It's not playing, motherfucker. What the hell?
Worth it.
Oh, I think. Okay, wait. I know. I love that we're live. Okay. Son of a bitch.
Is it worth it anymore?
I don't know. Now it's pissing me off. Why is it not playing?
It doesn't want it to happen.
All right. You can come on. Kristen didn't want to appear during the theme song, and the theme song had worked before, and now the theme song didn't work. I'm OmniDog. This is OmniCat, who was spared that embarrassment by
That's right.
Kleenexing off the screen.
I was like, this is going to be real awkward. Let me just put this over here.
God, you were so smart. I should have done that to mine, too. Okay,
wow.
Well, OmniDog and OmniCat. That's the theme that was going to play. Hey, that was, and I don't know. It was working fine the other day. I cannot figure out. I don't know. Okay, fine, good.
Next
I'm
time.
OmniDog. This is OmniCat, and we're professionals, so we're just gonna pretend. Oh, we won't pretend anything that happened, and we're just gonna segue right into our professional mode here.
That's right.
Right. Okay, so this is the show where we are going to talk about the 10 books we'd like to read before the end of the year. Oh, and you're already getting compliments for your boss shirt. And I will say that that's like the coolest shirt I think I've seen you wear.
It's a Reptar comic. Look at that.
Yeah, Reptar's back.
They're at the bottom.
Wow. I would totally order that, but that's kind of yours now. But
we can be twins.
So, like with the Mary Janes.
That's right, yeah. I'm really your fashion influence at this point.
Marcella wants to know how we're doing. Thank you for asking. Or are we asking that in the chat? We're doing fine. And yeah, where did you get that, Kristen?
I actually got it at Kohl's.
Kohl's,
yeah. It's part of their t-shirt sale. It's like $10.
Nice.
It's great.
It's never a show without my buddy Farhan from Malaysia. Hey, Jess and Chris, it's Sunday early morning here, and what a way to start with a beautiful soul. You beautiful souls. Peace and love from Malaysia. Farhan, it's so good to hear from you. You've always got such a good, positive attitude. I really love hearing from you.
We love that.
Yeah.
When we do our show about everything that sucks, we'll need that positive attitude.
Yeah, and here's somebody that's saying something. Jess, is it okay to think David Bowie isn't cool? Now, I'm not saying his music sucks. When we have the, what were we going to call it? This Sucks?
I don't know.
We're going to have a Sucks episode and talk about things that suck. Oh, maybe it's things that suck.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. First off will be my technical skills. I suck at that. And I think, Jesse, you can think whatever you want about David Bowie. Music is super subjective. And if you don't like his music, you don't like his music. It's fine with me. I already showed that. We're all pros here. I'll get back with that question in that episode. That will be our venting episode. We usually like to be positive about everything, but I think the What If books kind of, that was the camel that broke the straw's back.
That's right.
Yeah. I just got up.
I did too. My schedule's all crazy.
Oh boy. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I think the What If books, we just sort of started complaining to each other, like, where are the word bubbles? At least tell us what if. And you got the Jane Foster as Thor. You know, it could have said, what if Jane Foster wielded Mjolnir, or whatever the explanation should have been. And I got the Marvel bullpen because it said, what if the original Marvel bullpen, or what if the Marvel bullpen were the Fantastic Four? And instead it's just 4 random guys appearing as the Fantastic Four and a woman in the background. Yeah. But without that, I understand the word bubbles may not have been cool to put on. That's fine. But the explanations should have been there. And that's going to be one of the things that I will say sucks. And now that's just a preview. I won't say I spoiled the episode. That's a preview of that episode when we're going to go all negative and just say, this is what sucks.
I mean, there may be spines involved. I think we all know that.
Now that my Amazing Spider-Man collection is like bold, I kind of get it.
It's so annoying.
I kind of get it. At first I was like, oh, people, come on. And I'm like, holy smoke, I've become what I hate. Yeah, that does bother me. So
yeah, I know what was it, The Defenders? You're like, it's not that bad. I'm like, yeah, sure, if that's the only book. But when you see it next to how it was, in a line like that, it's like, oh my gosh, I get it.
Yeah. Okay, Marcelo feels us. Those word bubbles are a big part of those old-time covers. They make it great.
Absolutely.
Totally agree. Here's Max. How's it going, Max? I love Bowie, but every decade he produced very different music than what he did prior. Right. That is true.
I appreciate that in
artists. I do too. He was constantly changing. The cover choices for What If Volume 2 doesn't look promising either. Uh-oh.
Well, it'll just match the sucky Volume 1, I guess. And we'll both buy it.
Yeah. We will, because I like those What If issues. I like them a lot. I haven't seen the What If animated series yet. I'm still...
I haven't either.
Let's see. Mrs. OmniDog leaves for 4 days with her sister to the beach starting tomorrow. I'll have 4 days, and I can watch more TV, so I should catch up on Loki and start on What If. And I want to see those Star Wars episodes. Oh, okay, wait.
And you're going to watch Squid Game.
Oh, yeah. I've heard people talk about it, and then you just texted me how awesome it was. Squid Game. Now, did it all drop at once, or is it coming out a little bit at a time?
Okay, so there's 9 episodes. Does it end? I have no idea yet. I'm afraid to Google it because I don't want to be spoiled. So please don't spoil me. But I'm on episode 7 of 9. I think it's going to end, but I'm not positive. Oh my gosh, it's just so good. It's so good.
I want to see that right away.
It's brutal, so prepare. But oh my gosh.
Okay, Max is saying, "What is Squid Game?" It is. Kristen's going to tell you. It's on Netflix. I think it's from Korea, right?
Yes, and it's dubbed in English. I'm pretty sure you can put on subtitles if you want. I think the dub actually works good for me, at least. Depends on what you like. Oh my gosh, how to pitch this show. So I think you find this out pretty early on, maybe in the description. Maybe I should just read the description. Yeah. But pretty much it ends up being a survival game that these people are stuck in. So it definitely has horror elements. There's a lot of murder. And a lot leads up to that. And there's a lot involved. And it's ridiculous. And I don't know how to describe it, but it's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ends up being basically a survival game where you play children's games.
You play children's games. Okay. Yeah.
And they're all playing the game for a lot of money.
Okay. Because the promo image I saw, it looked like they were in an arcade, maybe? Were they in an arcade at all?
If they end up in an arcade, I'm not there yet, so maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Then it wasn't. I thought it looked like he was playing whack-a-mole or something, so I don't think they would have said... they wouldn't have shown a promo picture of it if it was like towards the end.
Yeah, like the first game they play is red light, green light.
Oh. Okay. Squid Game.
you find out pretty fast that if you don't freeze at red light, you get shot. So there's way more to it than that, but like you found that out real fast.
I think you pitched it awesomely now. Let's just stop
I
right
don't
there.
Want to ruin anything, but that is the first game.
Light, green light. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
brutal.
I know that people don't love or even like What If. People are chiming in about the What If animated shows. Not a great show, but worth half an hour a week. Everybody hates What If. Personally, the What If animated show is just okay, not that engaging. Let's go to Squid Game. I'm sold, says 1904. I am too. I that may be one of the most enthusiastic texts about television I've gotten from you. You were like going, woo.
Oh, well, I immediately thought of you because I'm like, I don't watch a lot of like horror kind of things. So I was just like, oh, Jess has to watch this because it's so good.
It sounds super exciting. Midnight Mass I want to see also. Doom Patrol, I haven't even seen the first season, but I want to see that. I still need Swamp Thing. I suck. I know. I still haven't seen all the Star Trek stuff that came out last year. So there's a lot I need to see, including Snyder Cut Justice League. But I'm going to try and read everything that I want to read up until they leave tomorrow, and then I'm going to try to devote 4 days to television, starting with Squid Game.
Just prepare yourself. You probably should start with that because I feel like it's going to be upsetting, and then you can start things that are happier, right?
Okay. Okay. Oh, here's Amaya. How's it going? Good
hello.
to see you, Amaya, on a live stream. Max loves Doom Patrol. Wasn't sure about it. Once I started, I couldn't stop. Nice. I definitely want to see it. The whole lineup looks interesting, and I really want to see Doom Patrol. I even have the Swamp Thing and Doom Patrol first seasons on super cheap Blu-ray that I got from Best Buy, so I even own those. And there's a ton, of course, of DC animated that I need to watch. And this seems like a good problem. I have a ton of great television to watch.
There's always too much.
So this isn't part of the If It Sucks episodes. Yeah. This is, yay, I have all this backlog of television to watch. So I'm extremely happy about that.
Isn't it funny how we view like reading backlogs a little different?
Oh my God, it seems like a burden.
Yeah, because it's like, oh no, I'm swimming in all these books I haven't read. And it's like, yay, TV I haven't watched. It's like, what's that about?
But I don't know.
I get it.
Do we have any psychiatrists, therapists, people that have studied sociology in the chat?
Please diagnose us.
Yeah. Why are books such a burden and TV shows are such a joy? I will say I started and finished Tom Taylor's Deceased last night. There's 4 books to it, and I loved it so much I'm going to do a video on it. Tom Taylor's streak continues. He is awesome. And there's a lot of crypto in it, which I love.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I've wondered about that. Is that like friendly to someone like me who doesn't know much of anything about DC?
About DC? Do you know who Darkseid is?
I know the name.
Oh,
That's all I got.
Okay. You do sort of need to know who Darkseid, you sort of need to know a little bit about the mythology of Darkseid.
Okay.
Because it says it on the cover, so I'm not spoiling anything, but Darkseid creates a virus that infects everybody through social media and the phones. It's passed body to body and by your phones or your laptop, and it's the anti-life equation. And so the people are alive, but they look like zombies, but they're not. It's not a zombie book. They look like zombies, but they have the anti-life equation in them, and they just want to kill anything living. And so the virus starts with Darkseid, and he spreads it to the planet Earth, and it's all the heroes' efforts to stop the spread of it. But the second book is called The Unkillables, and that I love all four of the books, but the second book, The Unkillables, Minister of Comics said that it's one of his books of the year, and it's all about the villains and how they survive and help others survive. And even though it's all written by Tom Taylor, it's I love all four books. That Unkillables book is really good. Yeah, that's exactly right, Marcelo. It was on our list to start last year in about May of last year. We looked at it and I just said, I can't do it, because by April and May, I was still freaked out by May. April was just the month of freak out. That was the month that lasted 7 months, it seemed like. And yeah, we started reading it and said, no, I don't think so. Let's table it. And so I just started reading it last night, and it's I couldn't put it down. It was so good. So I'll have to look at it, because all you really need to know, maybe you can wiki Darkseid.
I can.
And you know enough about him and his quest for the anti-life equation to read it, because I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. Maybe I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
Because I don't want to spoil it for people out there about what he does to try to get the anti-life equation and how it spreads. But it's a cool concept, and Tom Taylor just keeps batting 1,000 for me. Everything I've read by him is just either excellent to mind-blowingly great. So wait, what? These peeps streaming this year? How? What?
What indeed?
Can you elaborate on that? We're streaming, and I noticed we have a lot of international viewers, which is great. Marcelo, Amaya, Max, Aiku. I think 1904 Comics is from Britain. Ghost Who Walks. I don't know where you for. Maybe you're from Britain too. Where? Everybody identify yourself. Malaysia, yeah. Oh yeah. I love Tom Taylor after reading All New Wolverine. That was my gateway. I had already read X-Men Red, but then once I read this, it was it. UK, Sheffield. Oh, he meant early. Wait, what? These peeps streaming early? This early, not year. Okay, yeah, early. We wanted to. Oh, yeah, international. He's from New Jersey. Yeah. So, actually, yeah, I kind of enjoy finding out where everybody's from. So, Albuquerque is cool. I love Albuquerque. I love Santa Fe. I love all of New Mexico. My house. Belgium, from Kal-El. Hello, Kristen and Jess. Great Philip Kennedy Johnson interview this week. Thank you. He was great. He had a moment where he stomped on me for Star Wars fandom, and it was awesome. He was really good. So Kal-El's from Belgium. 1904 is from San Diego. Okay, cool. He's from India, I believe. It's 9:40 p.m. here. I missed Denmark. Jacob from Denmark. Nice. Scotland. First time I can catch you live because of the time difference. Well, this is great then. Fantastic. We're getting a lot of international. We're getting almost all international viewers at this hour. So this is awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys could be here.
And Aiku's from the Netherlands. He can't type today. In Netherlands, I can't type today. Yeah, you left the A out. I can't too. But that's okay, Aiku. You are a great longtime viewer, so I
sounds like a way better time for him too.
Yeah. Poland. Nice. We've got 2 Scots in here. Cool. Very cool. And as you chime in, I'll put you up. But we can talk about the 10 books we want to read before the end of the year, and this is part of our reading our backlog. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I mean, because I'm sure we've had these things and we're like, we got to get to it this year. We don't have much time left.
Right. It's the end of September. Your sound changed a little bit. It was really good, and now you sound like you're.
Let me unplug it.
You sound a little different.
How's this?
Say what?
How's this?
It sounds good. Yeah.
Better?
No, what? No, you sound okay.
Okay.
Although I live in England, I'm also a Scot. Not Scottish, but from Scotland. Okay. You may have different heritage. You may be Scottish. I don't want to take a guess on you where you're from just based on your last name. That sounds internationally racist. UK. Kristen is echoing.
Am I still echoing?
So your audio sounded really good, and then it sounded really hollow all of a sudden.
Is it back now?
Well, no, you still sound hollow.
I don't understand. I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything?
No, just sitting here.
Huh. Rainy, dreary Michigan.
How's it my mic? I didn't do anything. Reason here trying to help me.
Well,
Sound guy's back.
That's
it's off.
Well, here.
That's cool.
Take
Go
that.
ahead. You can fiddle. That's fine. I like it when Reed comes in. Although it's better when he yells. Farin says, Jess, you recently reviewed the Eddie Gein graphic novel. I just ordered it as it came out of nowhere with all the hype. How do you rate it with other graphic novels on serial murderers like My Friend Dahmer and Green River Killer? I think
Jess is trying to talk to me. Tell him I can't hear him.
Kristen has read, I think, My Friend Dahmer. I have not, and I haven't read Green River Killer.
Does the mic sound better, Jess?
How does Kristen sound right now?
She's not wearing it. Hang on.
I know. That's why I'm wondering if she sounds better just talking into the...
How's this?
Is she echoing now?
Did he do anything?
I don't think I did anything.
Did you read My Friend Dahmer, Kristen?
Oh, yeah, I loved it. Reed loved it, too.
What's this do?
Okay, actually, I think you sound fine now.
He sounds fine now. Stop. Don't touch it.
Don't
Don't touch it. He said it's fine.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Is it better? Or is it
You both sound good.
He said we both sound good.
Yeah, Kristen, you sound better.
Okay, everybody says it sound better.
Everybody.
He just unplugged stuff and plugged it back in.
Okay, you don't...
You act like you're a sound person.
That's what every IT person does ever.
No more echo. There's no more
good.
echo, so you solved it.
Bye.
Thanks, Reed.
Chameleon chords. Hi, guys. First time here. I never somebody catch these live from the UK. Welcome.
Fantastic. Hey, maybe we should just keep moving shows anyway. I have to, but you know.
It's fine with me. We're getting a ton of people that don't get to see it live. So,
Love that.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're trying to get our backlog, our massive backlog read. So we're assigning ourselves 10 books to read before the end of the year. And that's all the books we will be assigning ourselves at all now till the rest of the year. It's all just going to be topics.
That's all.
Until the final episode when we talk about these 10 books. How about that?
Okay. I mean, I didn't know before picking them, but I know now. It's fine. It's fine. we can do this.
It's just I can't have any more homework. I need to do.
No, I know. I'm just grateful I didn't pick a million omnibus for this challenge.
I purposely went through and didn't pick. I just picked one Omni.
I picked one as well.
Because it's on. I looked back at my goals for 2021, and I'd only done about a quarter of them. So none of the books I picked really are part of my goals for 2021. I have achieved some of them. I probably should have gone to that list more often because I forgot about it. So I forgot what my goals were.
I get that.
Yeah, but there's still a goal on there that I'm going to show here today that I can still read. I can reach that goal. Yeah, we just started. We'll be here for a while. We'll probably be here even when you get home from working 8 hours.
That's all right.
So yeah, a lot of these books are previous ones that I showed you when we did the I Bet I'll Like It challenge, and I still wanted to read them, so I just threw them in there. But the first one I found in my stack of wanting to reads, and you hadn't suggested it to me yet, and I know that it's on. You've either read it or you're going to read it. I know you own it somehow, but you haven't told me about it yet, so I feel pretty good that I got it. And that is Wicked Things.
Oh, I've definitely told you about this, but okay.
Oh, hell. What? You have?
Yeah. When it came out, I was like, oh, you gotta read Wicked Things too.
You lie.
Okay.
Damn,
that is totally like my favorite series, but all right.
I know. Okay. Is there more than one book?
No.
Okay, there's just this.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I want to read this. It sounds great. 19-year-old Charlotte Grody has her whole life ahead of her, headed straight to Oxford and a future as a real detective until she's framed for murder. It's by Kristen's favorite creator, John Allison. Given the choice between going to jail basically forever or joining the police, Lottie decides to hit the beat, all the while trying to find the real murderer. So I love this. Could the future of law enforcement be 5-2 with an extremely strong bangs game? Yes, very yes. So this is a book I want to get read before the end of the year.
That's a great choice. You know what's fun about that? I've only read the first few issues, and then I trade waited for it.
Okay.
So that should be on my list, but I know I'll get to it, so I didn't put it on my list. But it'll be fun because we can talk about it.
Okay, good. I totally believe you talked to me about this because there's tons of things. I text to the Minister of Comics and I go, "Look, this book is coming out," and he goes, "I told you that 3 months ago." I'm like, "You what?"
Yeah.
He and he's even worse. He shows me a screenshot within like 2 minutes. See, here it is. I'm like, oh fudge. So
it's like that one time you thought there was a show, and it was like, no, you said this other day, and you're like, no, I didn't, and I'm like, here's your screenshot receipt.
I remember that. That was recent. That was within the past 3 months.
But I was like, you're not going to blame this on me.
I don't know. I have an amazing memory for everything dating back to like grade school. I have memories about friends, and I tell them, and they're like, "I don't remember that." And I'm like, "Yeah, you said this on this day." But when it comes to comic books, and the whole show thing, solicitation stuff, I guess it just goes right in and right out. I'm like, I can only keep so much in my brain, and it just gets pushed out by the next book or something. Because childhood memories, I have no problem with. Things that my wife says that I jam her up on 3-6 months later, no problem with. But okay, Wicked Things.
So that's a selective memory, is what that is.
Maybe that is. Wicked Things, John Allison, is the first on my list that I want to read.
Though what a bummer Giant Days isn't on your list, I assume, since it's very long.
Well, yeah, I can't start that now. I mean, I
It's
can't
quite a
just
breeze
pick,
to get through.
I can't just pick a book. I read the first 2 books, and yeah, it's a series, so I tried to stay away
Mhm.
from series.
You know, there's this one time you made a whole Tea Dragon video and you never mentioned me. So
I'm
it is
hearing about this
like,
again, I see.
yeah, it is like you just forgot that like I suggested that to you. Like that is funny. That's funny.
You're saying there's a pattern here?
I'm saying that like we had just talked about Tea Dragon, and then you made the video, and then it was like, Kristen doesn't exist.
Kristen, that's a pretty big leap. Kristen doesn't
I
exist.
mean, it was like I didn't in that video.
Well, here's a book that I came up with that I'm going to tell you about. That you don't even. I don't even think
Never
you
heard
knew
of
this
it.
book. You never heard of this
Never
book. I
read
don't
it in
think
my
so.
life, no, what's
I
it
need
about?
to read this book before October because you suggested this, and it sounded so great that I really, really want to
Or in
read this.
October.
Sorry?
Or in October. I mean, there's
Right,
a pumpkin
that's cool.
patch, yeah.
But I want to do a video ignoring your name again
Ooh,
and highlighting this.
Good deal. Good deal. Love it.
Yeah. Darkseid's the anti-life guy, and I'm like the anti-Kristen guy. I could
Oh
be my
my
own
God.
character.
I gotta go. See ya. Let me make my mic mess up again.
I'm totally going to forever now. I'm sorry. I forgot your name.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
so
just
sorry.
joking.
Oh, no, are you
I'm
know, that's
just
kind of passive
joking.
aggressive. You're not really joking. Are you? Are
You were
you
talking about your
joking?
memory. Just giving you a little anecdote, you know.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you about 2 books that I want to read. Both things that you have suggested.
I love it.
And they are single reads and they look great. I love the idea of the best friends working in a pumpkin patch, and he has a girl that he wants to talk to, and the best friend is helping him get up the courage, I think you said.
Yeah, yeah.
And she works where, at the donut shop or something?
I think they're both at the what is it called? I can't remember, but they're both in the same part of the pumpkin patch.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the reason this really, besides the fun story, is that there was a pumpkin patch about half an hour away when my daughter was probably 2. We went there the next 10 years. She still wanted to go there even when she was like 13 and it wasn't cool. And they had everything. It was a huge pumpkin patch, and we'd also go apple picking and strawberry picking there when she was little. They had the greatest apple cider donuts and all kind of fresh donuts there that we'd go get, and apple cider. So this reminds me of the times I spent with my wife and daughter there when my daughter was little. And of course, it was such valuable property that they ended up selling it for $1 billion for housing.
Wow.
I don't blame them. You run a pumpkin patch, it can get tiring year after year. And it's a hard way to make a living being a farmer. And I'm sorry it's gone. The donut stand might still be there. I'll have to find out, because that, of course, is why I went there. But this book will remind me, just by their interactions in the pumpkin patch, of how much fun I had with my family there back in the 90s.
I love that. There's nothing cozier than like a pumpkin patch, right?
Yeah.
It makes you feel good.
It's so wholesome and so fun, and it's just so peaceful. And I just really loved the whole experience of the pumpkin patch. And then, at night they'd turn it into, the scary ghost slide and everything else. And wait, what's the
ghost slide?
Well, yeah,
There's a ghost slide?
they would there'd be haystacks, and you'd go up and the kids would go down a slide.
Oh.
But at night they'd put a big tarp over it, black tarp over it, and pump scary music into it, and it'd be like a scary ghost slide because you couldn't see what you were sliding down. It wasn't a long slide, but the little kids couldn't see what they were sliding down into.
That's fun and terrifying. I can see how that'd be creepy.
Yeah, my daughter totally would not do it. So I don't blame her.
That reminds me of this theme park we have nearby. They have these like 3 water slides that are all pitch black, and they all go different ways. So like, but you like kind of race down them, you know. But it's pitch black.
So you don't know
The
which
entire
way you're
time.
going?
Yeah, you don't really know what's around you or anything. I did it when I was a teenager. It's kind of horrifying. I didn't do it again because I was like, I can't. This isn't. I don't like it. Like it's not. For me.
No, that's interesting because going to college in California, there was this town Manteca, and around the whole area around Stockton. Stockton was a port city, so there was a lot of ships coming in, but it was also farmland for hundreds of miles down the valley. And Manteca was a farmland, and you drive up to the city, and there'd be this tower in the middle of this nondescript city, and that was the water slide. They had all kinds of water slides that you'd see as you drove in, and the challenge we idiot college students would do is close our eyes as we went down the water slide to turn it into that kind of experience. And I closed my eyes as I went down. I'm almost 100% sure I was drunk. And when I say drunk, I mean blitzed. And you could feel it sort of leaning into the turns. And I accidentally leaned the wrong way and got slammed into the side.
No.
And instead of it bleeding, I just got a huge, which would have been better probably, except I would have needed stitches. I got a huge welt and a big red eye for like 6 weeks as my blood vessels
People
came
are like,
down.
who hit you? And you're like, oh, water slide.
Yeah, I lost the fight with a water slide. If you don't think I didn't catch shit from that from my fraternity brothers for the next year, you're wrong. And here's Jose GN from Singapore. Past midnight in Singapore. Wow, past midnight in Singapore. Yeah, so pumpkin, water slides really aren't that dangerous, except that if they're in the dark and you're an idiot like I was, and they never let me forget it. The artist on this, wait, let's see, what book are we talking about?
Max Sarin, Wicked Things.
Wicked Things. Is doing the Harley comic based on the HBO show. Okay, so he's doing the Harley comic that's based on the HBO show. Okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
I'm sorry?
I also can't wait for it to be collected, yeah.
Have you read any of that?
No, I've just seen it's coming out right now.
For some reason, I thought John Allison also drew stuff. Has he always just been the writer for like Steeple and Giant Days?
He does the art for Steeple.
For Steeple?
Yes. Yeah. The original Giant Days he did the art for, but not the Giant Days you will have known.
Okay. I have Rainbow Rowell books. What do I own?
Pumpkinheads.
Oh yeah, that's who wrote it.
She's
Rainbow Rowell, big letters right there.
She's known for her YA books, so.
Okay. That's the second best thing. What's the first? I know you're waiting.
That's what I want to know.
Hayden's waiting for us to ask, what's the first best thing to happen this week, Hayden? Thank you. It is all fine. Chris, okay, this is for you.
I just got to read Pumpkinheads the other day. The best part is I read it with a slice of pumpkin cake. Ooh. Here, just to get into the theme and got hooked. Thank you for the great read. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you liked it. Thank you for sharing that.
Nice.
Pumpkin cake is worth the pounds, man. Eat it.
Roll also has an ongoing Runaways series, and it's so good. Maybe I can read that on MU.
Keep hearing about it.
Has it been collected yet?
It's in trades. I think it's ended.
Okay.
I don't know if it ended or canceled. I'm not positive.
Heroing 2.0. Hey everyone, glad to catch an OmniDog OmniCat show live. I've been watching via the playlist. Been loving it. Are you
Awesome.
also an international viewer? Heroing 2.0? Oh, Runaways has like 5 trades, I think. Okay, I can read that on MU. I'd be happy to read that on MU.
And they've updated MU. Have you been there lately?
Yeah, I'm reading the 3rd series of Excalibur on there. What have they updated? You mean they've added new things to it?
I mean, the app doesn't crash every 2 seconds now.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't had a problem
it's
at all
way
with
smoother. Yeah.
Yeah, Marvel Unlimited has been really good to me.
Yeah, it's that upgrade is just really, really nice. Because it was just crashing on me all the time on my iPad.
Oh.
So I just stopped even using it. I was like, this isn't worth it.
No, not at all. Yeah, I've been reading the Excalibur that deals with the rebuilding of Genosha after new X-Men. I think it goes between New X-Men and Astonishing X-Men because Xavier is there with Magneto helping to rebuild Genosha, and it is a really good run. Excalibur, I've read the first 13 issues, and I tried to get all 13 issues to count for Goodreads, but it only recognized it as a trade for the first couple of things, so I'm not getting 13, which would have helped. I'm from Illinois. Just been busy when you all have been live. Okay, cool.
Midwest.
From Sweden. Nice.
Awesome.
This is great.
Hey,
So
their avatars reminded me of. Have you checked out any of those Infinity comics on Marvel Unlimited?
No.
Okay, so Jeff the Land Shark.
Yes, I know him.
Kelly Thompson is doing a Jeff the Land Shark Infinity comic. They're like 2 seconds of reads. I mean, it's nothing. But they're these little Infinity comics. There's like 5 out now. Oh, they're so good. It's just so adorable. They're adorable.
They're all with Jeff the Land Shark?
Yeah, well, the Kelly Thompson ones. So there's like 5 of those. There's different Infinity comics. I've also read some of the giant, what is it? The little Marvels, which Scotty Young is writing but not doing the art for. But the art's really good. And they're fun too. So if you want some fun reads.
Infinity Comics. So that's just the name, Infinity?
That was called It's Jeff, and it's an Infinity comic, which means you just scroll up the whole time. You don't scroll over.
Oh.
So it just goes that way instead of this way. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. I
guess
that's where the name
Marvel
comes from.
Unlimited that you're reading it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're exclusive to that, I believe.
Oh, okay.
The Jeff ones, it'll take you like, I don't know, 5 minutes to get through all of them. It's nothing, but they're adorable.
Okay. They sound great.
Yeah.
And so he's got the Scotty Young Captain Marvel there. And so what are the Infinity there's a whole Infinity line then?
Yeah, there's like, I don't know what else is on there. I've just done the Little Marvels and Jeff the Land Shark. I'm looking now.
Okay.
Let's see. But I think there's different ones. I guess they all scroll down, I guess. I'm new to it. I don't know.
Okay. Chris Original Recipe says the Infinity Comics quality seems to vary quite a bit. I like the Cap series, but some other ones I read are not good. Well, it sounds like the Jeff the Land Shark ones are really good, and that cracks me up.
Yeah, this is like the latest Jeff.
It's Jeff.
I mean, look at him. But yeah, see it all. You just scroll down the whole time.
Okay.
And there's no words. Like, this is the one where he's at like a flower patch and he's going to run through them. They're like, oh my gosh, a shark. Oh no. And it's, yeah. It's really cute. They're just
flower patch. That's great. Okay, good. Well, I've showed 2 books. So why don't you show me 2 books that you want to read?
I need to address a comment though.
All right. Is that the IQ?
I'd say singles are cheating for the, excuse me. No, they're not. You're reading the books. Like, how dare you? Also, what if something comes out only in singles, like Jeff the Land Shark? They're probably never going to print that. And if you're like me and you've set your goal at 1,000 because you read omnibus and sometimes some singles, you got to balance that out, right? There's almost 2,000 pages here, but then a few pages, like, just saying.
Okay.
Cheating. How dare you?
Kristen has spoken.
How dare you?
How dare you? I will get to your question, Heroing 2.0, after we hear, because I like it. After we,
I like it too.
okay, good. After we get to a couple of Kristen's books.
Okay. So what, you've done two? I'll do two.
Yeah.
All right. Someone already mentioned it, but of course,
Oh,
did you hear what Eddie Gein done? You've already been talking about it. Everyone already knows about it. True crime. I love it. I actually heard about this before, Jess, but anyway.
what?
I mean, I just did, right?
Okay, everybody knows you're better than I am. Okay.
I mean, that's not what I mean. There's actually something in here that was a Jess recommendation.
Oh, well, I like that.
Maybe I'll go there next. I'll give you the props next.
Go
But
there.
I'm excited about this. I know you loved it, so I think I'll love it. Love Eric Powell's art. I'm a big true crime person, so
Well,
I got to get to it.
I want to put an asterisk on that. I love it because I'm keeping it, and it's possible I'm going to reread it. I was also very disturbed by it.
Well, of course.
Well, yeah.
That's how true crime works.
I know, yeah.
You can
But
love
I mean,
it
I love
and hate
it,
it.
but it also scared the hell out of me, and it's very disturbing how it's. I mean, it's true life, so
Mhm.
I'm just saying. I want people to know that, yeah, I did love what an achievement it was, but the content, it's just super disturbing because it's real life, of course, and it's just awful.
Well, it's like my favorite Karen and Georgia of the My Favorite Murder podcast say when they do their live shows, and it's a true crime podcast. And they always say beforehand, they're like, if you were dragged here, you're not familiar with what's going on. Maybe your best friend wanted you to come. Just want to let you know that when we say what we're, going to talk about and everyone screams because they know the story, they're not saying yay murder. They're not doing that at all. They're just like, yay, we know the story.
Right.
And it's not about yay murder at all.
Right.
So yeah, that's the disclaimer, of course.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
go to the other one that you did recommend me.
Right.
That, you know what? I still know nothing about it. That's right. And that's We Live.
Oh, good. Oh my
So-
gosh, you're gonna love that.
Definitely want to get here before the end of the year. You told me I'd love it. I like the art. I know nothing about it. I was just like, well, Jess told me I'm going to love it, so I'm going to get it. And that's how this goes. See,
Yeah.
you're good at stuff.
Yay. Yeah, that's pretty much a guaranteed you're gonna love it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. What do I want to talk about next? I know this is it's graphic novels for everyone, but Crypto, the super dog. There's even Ace the Bat Hound, Streaky, and is that Beppo? Oh no, that's a human. I thought that was Beppo the monkey. But Ace the Bat Hound is in this. It's all about crypto, and I just love crypto. I'm gonna do a video on a bit of a lost treasure comic that crypto was in. I don't know what it is about crypto that I love so much. Maybe he's a dog that always lives because he's in the comics, so he's eternal. He's loyal and he has superpowers, and he's just intrinsically good. Like I think all dogs are if they're trained properly. All dogs are good if they have the right owners. And I just love this book just looks great to me. And I want to read this sooner rather than later. It doesn't even say it's a young adult book. It says graphic novels for everyone. So I have I like the young adult novels anyway. It could say young adult, but I don't know. Crypto, Streaky, Ace the Bat Hound. I'm totally in. This is a book for me, and I can't wait to read it. This is just going to be awesome. So that's my third book.
I want to read that.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
Okay, good.
Book. Yeah.
Yeah. It's digest size like they all are. And I'm coming to terms with the fact that The Rock is going to voice Crypto. He's not my ideal choice, but if we can get a Crypto movie, I'm cool with it. Or a Super Pets
Well,
movie, whatever it's going to be.
maybe it'll be the same deal as like Bradley Cooper when we were like, can he do this? And then he
Right.
did it.
Yeah.
You know? He
Really
did it real
well.
good. Yeah.
Really well. Yeah. Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah. Yeah, here's actually a good recommendation.
Should we leave it? Okay, that's a great idea.
After a
I would keep this together.
as a palate cleanser. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I thought somebody Venmo'd me money. Venmo is just telling me I had money in my account. I know that. Oh, let's go back to Heroing's question. What's y'all's favorite pasta dish?
Do you have an immediate answer for this?
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go.
I never get pasta or pizza or anything because of the carbs and stuff, and my wife is super strict about that with me. But spaghetti marinara is my absolute favorite. Anytime I see it, boom, I will order it in a restaurant. If she's gone, which she will be, and I have to fend for myself, I will get spaghetti marinara someplace, or just get a jar of some tomato sauce and dump it on pasta.
That sounds delightful. I also haven't had pasta in a long time because of the carbs, but I will say there's a pasta called carbonara. That's pretty good. We used to have that, but I haven't had that in a while. But if I were to pick anything, it would probably be pad thai.
Oh,
Good.
yeah, the noodles and pad thai.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an out of the box choice. Good choice. Pad thai is good.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Jess, who do you think is a better detective, The Question or John Constantine? Or would it depend on the context? I like you, Heroing 2.0. These are good questions.
The hard hitters.
Yeah, hard hitters. But I mean, does it depend on the context? That's really helpful and really good, because of course The Question and John Constantine are both investigating different things. If you read Deceased, John Constantine plays a major role in that. And it is such a complex, amazing role and he is a detective in it, and Detective Chimp helps him. This Deceased is amazing. It's got so many great characters in it. I would say John Constantine in Deceased proves his chops as a great detective, even though he's an occult detective. Well, if I say any more, it's going to spoil it, but it's fantastic. It's a fantastic John Constantine appearance and book, and every hero does something amazing in that book, and Tom Taylor really writes it well. I'm going to pick John Constantine. I love The Question, but it's John Constantine. Great question. And here's validation for your pick.
Nice. Pad thai with large shrimp is heavenly.
Yeah.
That does sound great. Yeah.
It does. You are correct, Heroing. You can take that at least, or yet at least, and just say Taylor can basically do no wrong. There's no yet at least. He can do no wrong. I may just do a Deceased video and a Tom Taylor video, and a love letter email to Tom Taylor. I don't know. I have a man crush on the guy. Jess, you highly recommended We Live in one of his recent vid. How would you rate with the Spire and Feathers? Because I think I'm going to get all three. That is an awesome threesome to get. The Spire and Feathers and We Live. They're three very different stories, although they are three fantasy stories. I would rate it as highly as I rate Spire and Feathers, and those are all top recommendations of mine. So you should get all three. We Live, Spire, and Feathers are fantastic books to get together, Farhan. You will be extremely happy getting all three of those. Don't let Taylor know you love another Taylor. He knows. He's the one that actually pushed me on to Deceased. Hope DC doesn't cancel the question Omni because I really want to read it for the first time. I agree with you, Kalel.
Never know, right?
Oh, and there, I told you, Amaya, we'd still be back. We'd still be here. And there's Tolga. Tolga, where are you from? Are you from... I feel like you're from... No. Where are you from, Tolga? Tolga sent me stuff before. This is the international broadcast because everybody on here practically is international. No, dude. If you know me, it's Pharaoh Lad. Bouncing Boy is probably the least useful hero ever. I don't know how he got invented, but a giant bouncing balloon coming towards me, if I've got, weapons, I'm not scared. Pharaoh Lad is awesome, though. Aiku and I are from the Netherlands. Okay, that's right. Awesome. So I showed Crypto. What do you have to show for yourself?
Well, someone in the chat mentioned Dark Horse not having been talked about. So let's just go there then. I will talk about the mind management.
Oh.
I've read part of this, part of the first volume, and that's it. So I need to get with it.
Oh.
I know I'm going to like it.
Isn't that like 5 volumes?
That's 6.
Yeah.
Is it 6?
Are you just going for 1 volume then? Or are you going to go for the whole thing?
I didn't know this was an assignment until we were in the show. When you were like, we're going to read all these, I was like, oh no.
You can do whatever you want.
So at least the first one. Let's go with that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Let's go with
Perfect.
that.
Perfect.
But I think if I read the first one, I'll want to keep going at this point.
Yeah, it's awesome. I read that in floppies a long time ago.
It's like kind of spy stuff, right?
It's hard to say what it is.
I'm I don't know how to describe this as someone who hasn't read it. So
it's hard to describe what it is. It involves a plane full of people, and
there's memory situations. And
yeah,
that's what I remember from it. But I'm excited. I like Matt Kidd stuff.
Yeah.
Except Berserker. I have a lot of opinions on that.
Berserker, is that the
Keanu Reeves book? Yeah.
Oh yeah, what is going on with that book? Matt Kidd is writing it with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Has it come out?
There's a few issues.
Have you read it, or are you just?
I've been reading the singles in Hoopla. I think I've read.
Oh, they're on Hoopla.
Yeah, I've read the first 3. I didn't like any of them, but I kept going. So
you didn't like any of them, okay?
No, but they took 2 seconds to read, so I was like, this will help my reading challenge. Let's keep going. Maybe it'll get better.
Right, Stroop Waffles, baby. Here's a question for you from Farhan.
Oh, Kristen, how would you compare Eddie Gein with My Friend Dahmer? Have you read Green River Killer? I haven't read Green River Killer. I want to. I haven't read Eddie Gein yet, so I don't know how to compare them. But I loved My Friend Dahmer. Loved.
Yeah, and I've been the one that read Eddie Gein, and she's the one that read My Friend Dahmer.
You haven't read My Friend Dahmer?
Sorry?
You haven't read it?
No, not yet.
Okay. You need to read it. My Friend Dahmer is great because it is Derek Factor's actual experience going to school with Dahmer.
Yeah,
so
that
it's
is
not
amazing.
just the Eddie Gein book is they're telling the tale of Eddie. No one knew Eddie Gein who worked on this book, right? So It is a very different tale. It's really well done. I loved it.
Okay. lot of people mention Mind Management as one of Kint's best work. She hasn't read it yet, but I have, and I agree. It's long and it's involved, but it's brilliant. I personally think it's brilliant. I bought it in hardcovers after reading it all in floppies. Yeah, I think it's brilliant. It's not a breeze to go through. I mean, it's a challenging read because he explores a lot of different things in it. But yeah, I definitely think it's one of his best things.
I will say, if you're looking to get into it now, you may want to pick up those paperback Omnis, because those hardcovers, there's some volumes that are like grossly out of print last time I checked.
Oh, okay.
I had to hunt for some of mine back when I even got them, which was like early this year or so. You can still get them in like shops on shelves. That's where I got like the ones I was missing, but
What's shops on shelves?
like local comic shops on shelves.
Oh, I thought you meant it was something like Comic Hub.
Oh no, sorry. I said it weird.
Oh, no, okay. That's a good name for something. Shops on shelves.
Yeah, but now I gotta start it.
Right.
It's my new website.
Here's something for you.
Oh, OmniCat. I'm with you now to read my mic. Yeah, Matt Kent books too. Thanks for helping with Grass Kings. Yeah, I read like 2 volumes of Grass Kings back in the day, and I loved it too, but I never continued. I didn't own them, and they weren't available digitally after that, so I was like, oh, I need to go back to that. I did read Pistol Whip by him. Couldn't finish it.
Oh, interesting.
So
Yeah,
that's what I didn't like by him, and I didn't like the tooth. So
the tooth. Yeah, that didn't sound it. That one just looked like it wasn't going to be good.
yeah, that one I even got, because I opened it up and he had that little sketch of the tooth and then he signed it. I gave that to my second in Charles. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I just can't keep it. I'm never gonna touch this again. Someone will have a nice surprise.
Yeah. Grass Kings is good. I don't know that I've read it. I have it on my shelf right up there next to my Lumberjanes volumes. And
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
Of course you do.
It's funny that one of your picks was My Management, Kristen, because I just finished the show where you talked about buying the 4th cover and how hard out of print it was. Was that with Maddie?
I don't know.
What show is that, Heroing? Do you remember what he's talking about?
Because I think I got. Yeah, I mean, I found that one on a shelf somewhere. Shop on a shelf. What did I say?
Shop on a shelf?
And that was exciting because I didn't think, like, I already had some of them and I didn't think I would find that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I was like, I'm not even gonna bother trying, and then I did, and it was great.
That is finding whales in the wild is a great experience.
It doesn't happen to me often, but when it has, it's been the best.
Yeah, I'm planning a whale trip with to go up and see Taylor in Pittsburgh because he has. It's weird. Washington D.C. has virtually hardly any comic shops. The closest one I think is Annapolis, where Third Eye is, but he lives in Pittsburgh, and he's got 8 he's taking me to, where he thinks we're going to find treasure in at least half of them. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to start this because this was the first thing on my goals list for 2021. And I haven't started it. It's been up near my chair, my reading chair, for the entire year. I haven't gotten to it yet. I have got to read this. I really do. I mean, everybody says it's the greatest thing ever, and I totally want to be one of those people. So I am starting Captain America by Brubaker before the end of the year. I may or may not get to the 5th. I'm hoping to get through the 2nd and at least the 2nd book, The Death of. But I desperately want to start reading this. Yes. Atit, where are you from? Are you hanging out in where are you? Are you in the U.S. or where Where are you from? I know you and I talk a lot. New Jersey. Okay. Farhan, Revolver didn't age well when I read it. I loved it when I read it 10 years ago. Maybe that's just me. Oh, Ether is great. I highly recommend Ether by Matt Kent. That's not hard to follow. It's in a gorgeous library edition that's nicely sized, very good art, and it's a great story. I love Ether. I think it was an OmniDog and OmniCat show where you both review Rust, Freedom Fighters, Oracle Code, and Napoleon Dynamite. I know that was last year because I felt differently about Freedom Fighters then. Okay, so that was last year, probably before November.
I was gonna say, anyone can tell us we reviewed anything. I do remember that show though, but you and I have the same memory when it comes to these things. We're just like, oh, did that happen here? Okay, cool.
Right. I definitely remember being in a different frame of mind reading Freedom Fighters than I am now.
Yeah, I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah. Right. I was with you. Yeah. Hey, Simeon, how's it going? Good to see you. Simeon with a little chimpy face there, like a simian.
Oh.
You want to see it again? Hi there.
I like it.
Yeah. Black Badge is good.
I've been wanting to read that.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Someone
Tyler
mentioned
Jenkins.
Someone mentioned Department H, which I really like too.
I haven't read that, but I do own it. Oh, it was Farhan. You should read Department H by Kent. Great thriller.
I don't think I finished that, actually.
Maya.
What's with me and Matt Kent? Like, I swear I think I read half of Department H, which I really liked, and then I just didn't finish it. I don't know.
I get it. Other things get in the way. Yeah. Chameleon Chords. I just bought the omnibus of Why the Last Man, trying to read it before I watch the series. Oh, is it on Disney Plus? I thought it was. It might be in the UK.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's FX here, but I don't know about
everywhere
else.
I haven't read Why the Last Man in a long time, but I loved it when I read it. So
I'm exactly the same. I feel like if I read that right now, I may feel differently about it. I'm thinking a lot of things didn't hold up, but I'm hearing this show is changing the things that wouldn't have held up, which I like.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched it yet, but that's what I'm hearing.
Right. Okay. Okay. They are talking among themselves here. I'm looking in the chat. Reading my management. Matt Kit is in Unstoppable. Ether and Grass Kings are fantastic. Well, I really want to read Grass Kings because I loved Ether. It's on Star, the grown-ups part of Disney Plus in Europe. Dalmaticus, I'm reading Dan Jurgens' Captain America Omnibus. It's no Ed Brubaker, but still enjoyable. I recommend the Remender Cap America when it comes out. Okay, a lot of Matt Kent chat. I love Starman by James Robinson. As a matter of fact, I just, at Second and Charles, when I took a bunch of books in, I found the Shade trade paperback, which is not in the Starman Omnibus, but the Shade trade paperback is fantastic. I love the Starman by James Robinson books. I don't know. I don't know that it's I hadn't heard that it was a hate it or love it. I love that it starts out with what's his character's name? I can't think, but he's in a collectibles shop. That's really cool that he starts out in a like buying and selling collectibles and comic books and things of things of collectible nature, and I love that he's a collector. And then he goes on to become Starman. I love it, Farhan. Jess, if you had to pick a favorite crime book that's not by Brubaker and Phillips, what would you choose? Crime book, that's not by, probably something by, oh no, that's by Phillips and Brubaker. Okay. No, it's by Phillips and Brubaker.
Gonna keep running into that.
Yeah. I'm going to have to think about a favorite, probably something by Greg Rucka. I would say, Gotham Central. It is
Good one.
Brubaker, but it's not Phillips, and it is Rucka. And Rucka is awesome. Oh, Jess, can you please read my comment and answer? It's about books I'm planning to buy. Okay, let's see where it is, Amaya. I like Bang. No. Oh, here's a good. Been reading Daredevil by Wade, and I absolutely love it. The art is just
Nice.
where.
It looks like 103.
103. Okay.
I converted that time for you. Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about.
Thank you. Have you guys any idea about these two books? Was planning to get them. Hack/Deluxe Edition and the Chilling of it. I personally didn't care for the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
I'd say I hated it.
I'm
gonna go all out there. I think I hated
the
it.
artwork, and I didn't like the writing.
No.
I thought it was a mess. Okay.
Apparently it's coming back, and I'm like, no, thank you. Let it stay gone. I'm good.
Thank you for your just blatant honesty. I love it. I was trying to be diplomatic, and you're just bang.
I
We both hated it. And I haven't read Hack Slash. I just got it. But I bought it. So if you're thinking of buying it, go ahead, because I bought it, but I don't know anything about it. Lots of people have told me it's a book I would like. I have bought that Hack Slash Deluxe. I'm planning on reading it, so you can try that, but stay away from Sabrina. I mean, seriously. The art is just
still do it.
smooth.
It's not worth your time.
No. The art looks like it was still wet, and the artist ran his hands over it.
Yeah, that's it. Tell him. Tell him what you think.
And then the writing was just almost the same way. Like a monkey got inside his computer and messed with the words and turned them backwards and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Then it was like, why am I reading this garbage?
Yeah.
Ooh, the last time I called a book garbage, though, people did not like that. So too bad. I think it's garbage. I think that's a kind of a polite way to say it, really.
Yeah, I'm going to stand by that. That's a book I can't show you because I gave it to Second and Charles years ago.
I thankfully just borrowed it from my library. And was like, I'm glad I don't own this. Thank you, library.
Yeah.
I gave it back.
Yeah. Oh, and here's Joachim. What a Sweden-friendly time you're wearing. This is the international edition. We're doing really well with all our international viewers.
I'm glad to hear this, though.
This is great. And I agree with this Dalmaticus. Yeah, the Remender cap started really strong with Dimension Z, lost a little momentum at the end, but a solid run. I think that's a good review and a good way to say it. It's worth getting and worth reading, and it does start really strong. Here's that cute little face again. When you read a book and get bored with it, do you make yourself finish it or just stop reading?
For me, it depends, right? So if I'm reading it for a show, I finish it. Although there has been a time where there was a slog we could not get through, so there was a time. But then people, that was me and Maddie back in the day, but people lit us up. They were like, you didn't finish it, you can't. And I'm like, Actually, I think it says a lot. If there's a book that's so boring that you drop, you could still tell people that. That's still a valid review, I think.
That's a legit review. Yeah, this book was so boring I couldn't finish it.
Absolutely.
That kind of says it all.
It
so
really
boring,
it does.
Finish it. That's a review.
For me, if it's something I own that's short, and it's so boring, I may finish it just to be like, okay, now I feel like I can validly rate this on Goodreads and then give it to somebody else, but it varies.
Yeah. I don't know that I've read that many books that have bored me. I I have had books that have brought up different emotions in me. Love, hate, in between, like, dislike, but all kinds of emotions. But I don't know that I've been bored enough by a book to stop reading it.
I do
I
know
would.
recently I read this book called The Bridge. And
Oh
y'all, it was
boy.
about a bridge. And sometimes I was bored in it. And I finished it, but I let you know I was bored in it. So
Yeah, and that's the one that we all, like, the whole community of collected editions was excited about. Hey, it's by Tomasi. It's on sale for $5 on Amazon or something. It's a hardcover. It's about the
Yeah.
Brooklyn Bridge. It's gonna be great.
I was
And
like,
you
was
didn't.
it?
Yeah,
It was
right,
fine. I didn't hate it,
right.
but that says it all too, right? It was
Yeah,
fine.
it was
A little
fine.
bored.
Simeon's right. Crime Torso by Bendis is good. I just read the crime, the Bendis crime noir omnibus, and I think Torso was the strongest story in there, and it's really good. The whole omnibus I enjoyed, but I particularly enjoyed Torso. Yeah, we agree. Oh, now if Kelly Thompson writes a Sabrina story,
She has.
she has. Is
And
it
it's great.
collected? I'd
Yeah.
read that. I
Yeah,
love
I
Kelly
really
Thompson.
liked it. Yeah, so I recommend that one for sure.
Oh, yeah, I agree that I'd read anything she writes. And as Joachim can tell you, I have trouble pronouncing names that are not John or something. So tell me how to pronounce your name. I won't even try it. It is okay. I'll try it. Balaz. Tell me if it's Balaz. Because thank you for telling me about Sabrina by Kelly Thompson. Because I want to read that.
It's fun. It's on Hoopla.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Adrian. I learned that it's Adrian Tomine. I thought it was Tomine, and somebody told me it was Tomine. I like his slice of life black and white titles too. What do you both think of black and white independent titles? I think we both probably love them. Do those make up a sizable part of your collection?
Yeah, I have a lot. I mean, I kind of like Essex County a little bit.
Yeah. I wouldn't say they make up a sizable part of my collection, but they're part of my collection, and I like them.
Yeah, there was a period of time where my dad refused to read black and white.
Oh,
Back in the day.
What did you do about that?
I made him read Blankets.
Mm.
I had read Blankets. I made him read Blankets. He loved it. And then I was like, here, read some other stuff that I'm going to make you read. And I just kept doing that. So he's better with it. I think he still prefers color, but
Yeah.
he loves Blankets.
I love that you have that relationship with your dad. That's so awesome.
I'm glad he actually listened, though.
Yeah.
Because I was like, no, you need to listen. You need to read this.
Well, you're going to get the tattoo that I
Yes.
listen to you. Hey, I listen to you.
It's okay.
Though it's 1:20 a.m. still friendly enough to be with you guys. Hey, it's Justin Kristen. So in my books, anytime is a friendly time for me here. Nice.
Oh, well, thanks for staying up.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Farhan checks in around the clock. It could be 3 a.m. It's always sometime in the morning, I feel like, when he checks in. Like 3 a.m., 5 a.m., something.
I don't know how he does that.
He'll always.
It's like your notifications are his alarm. He has to wake up and be like, okay.
Agree. This live chat timing is great for Saturday midnight dwellers in Southeast Asia.
Awesome.
Right on, Southeast Asia. We're here for you. And Scandinavia, too, apparently. Finished stuff generally, although one of the prose books I read this year, Ready Player 2, was so bad that I wanted to quit. I will say prose books are a different story than comic books. Ready Player One is a book I got about a quarter of the way through and said, I'm not into this. And I really wanted to be into it, but I didn't finish it. There are prose books that I will put down and not finish as opposed to comic books. Ready Player One was one of them.
That's funny. I got like halfway through the first one. I liked it, but then I got distracted by something else. So I never finished it. But I've heard the second one is rough.
Right? Yeah, apparently. Yeah. What? Wish me luck. I have a meeting with the bank, and if all goes well, I'll be out of debt. I'm so excited I can barely put my ski mask on. I think that's funny, but it's also kind of scary. So
yeah, it's a little bit.
I'm hoping that you're kidding. Call me Top Gun 45. If you're kidding, that's hilarious. If you're serious, I have nothing to do with it.
Is this like a Four Kids Walking to the Bank reference? Is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it is.
You're scaring me there. Call me Top Gun. I really had high hopes on Bridge by Tomasi. Well, I have it, and I'm going to read it, and I'm going to see if I agree with that.
It is quite cheap everywhere. So if anyone's remotely interested, I mean, I think everyone's paid $5 for it. Right.
Yeah, exactly. I think I did Captain America. So do you have a book that you want to read by the end of the year?
I do. I think this one may be a little surprising.
Oh.
But.
Oh.
Solo.
Good book.
I mean, I know it's a lot of short stories. I'm not certain I'll understand all of them. From what I gather, though, they're pretty independent.
Yeah, they're standalone.
So, yeah, this has been sitting on my shelf. Can I tell you how long? So you and I kind of talked about the show beforehand, where we're like, oh, things have went in and out of print that we just haven't read.
Yeah.
This was like, does it even have a remainder mark? No. I got this for like $12. It's half price books, maybe years ago. And I know now it's like sought after from last I heard.
Right. I think so.
So am I just like bragging at this point? I don't know. I haven't read it, so I don't even know how this is. But last I heard, it's kind of difficult. But I love how, the artist changes, the writers change. There's just short stories throughout this. That's my kind of deal. So
yeah, to me, that's one of the rare comic anthologies that works. I really liked it. But you're right. We were talking about Captain America, that I got it all so cheap, and all 5 of them. And then they all, the first 3 at least, first 4 all went out of print and became whales. Then they became back into print. And I think one of them I went out of print again. That's how long I've had it.
It's crazy.
And I haven't even read it yet.
Yeah, I feel that.
I will say at least I've read Solo, and I enjoyed it and I kept it. So that's the major thing. If I read it and I keep it, yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. It depends. I mean, anthologies are different for everybody.
Right. But I usually, as long as you like some of it, I feel like that's a successful anthology. So I'm looking.
Yeah, a big pull is that Batman drawing by Michael Allred on the front. That is boss.
I love it.
Doing the Batusi. It's so great. Here's a good question. Heroing 2.0 is coming up with them. Good job. What's a character from Marvel and DC that you guys have a strong emotional connection to?
I feel like my go-to answer for this is Rogue from the X-Men.
Is who?
Rogue from the X-Men. And what?
I said,
Okay. They said, huh. I think that stems from, she's my favorite X-Men, of course, but, as a teenager, and that was the first character in a Marvel book I think I was ever interested in, and I felt like I could kind of relate to, and I think some of that, look, y'all, it's not a comic book, but X-Men Evolution was like my jam when I was a teenager, and they were all in high school, and she was the one felt like I could relate to, so I think that helped. And then when the movies came out, I was younger than a teenager, actually, and I loved her in the movie. Look, y'all, I know the first X-Men movies. I don't care what you're going to say to me. I have an emotional connection to it, right? I was a kid.
She was played by the vampire
Anna Paquin.
chick.
Anna Paquin, yeah.
Yeah.
The vampire chick.
Yeah, I liked Rogue in those first movies.
I did too.
I hadn't Well, actually, I'll finish answering the character, and then I'll go back to the X-Men movies because I have an explanation for why I liked them, and I understand why everybody hated them. My strong emotional connection is to Superman and Krypto and Supergirl. Just because as a kid, that they were my favorites. I've been reading them ever since I was a kid, so that's 55 years worth of reading Superman, Supergirl, and Krypto, and I have an emotional attachment to Krypto. Because, as I said earlier, he seems eternal. George Carlin had a great routine back, I don't know, it was a long time ago, but he started out by saying, when you get a pet, you are purchasing a small tragedy. And that is so insightful and perfect and right, because
Don't make me cry. Jeff.
I know. I just thinking about Krypto is
Yeah.
and the issue I read last night about Krypto, and when Krypto dies in Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, I get all teary. I know he's gonna die in Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. And I know it's a comic book character. I'm aware that these things are made up, but it reminds me, I guess, so much of real life dogs and what they represent to me. Just general love. What's the word I'm looking for?
Unconditional?
Unconditional love. Exactly. That's what dogs give you, and I think that's what Krypto represents to me. And so that's I'm totally getting choked up just talking about Krypto. So yeah, you could say I have a strong emotional connection to him. And as far as the X-Men movies go, I saw those, I don't know, first four, and especially and I'm guilty of liking the second one. I can't even remember the names of them. It was before I was into any X-Men, before I read any X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh, there's X-Men movies. I know who the characters are. I knew enough about X-Men to know who the characters were. But then in the second one, when Jean brings up this huge wave and kills Cyclops, I just went, oh, wow, Jean just killed Cyclops. As 10 million X fanboys go, what the hell? Jean's never going to kill Cyclops that way. What's that about? I understand the hate for those movies, but I liked them because I didn't know anything about X-Men, so I dug them, and Rogue was great. I thought that Anna Paquin should have her hair that way all the time, just with the white streak right there, and I thought it looked boss.
Well, there's something to be said too. I mean, X-Men kind of really started it all, right? Like, there's something to be said about that, because I remember going with my parents to see this movie, and my dad has all the history and all the knowledge, and he still really enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, he was seeing X-Men live action in a theater with people, like something that a lot of people never thought would happen.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
I still love them.
Yeah,
I know they're not great, but I still love them.
Yeah, I absolutely do. But I now understand why people don't.
Although my dad's biggest criticism back then was Hugh Jackman's too tall to be Wolverine. He's still upset about it, I think.
Yeah, I feel like they've sort of raised his height a little bit throughout the years.
They had to.
Yeah,
because he was too tall.
Because of Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, because Hugh Jackman's perfect, though, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, sure. Even I have a man crush on him. Oh, all right. Haha, just no worries. Balash is probably the closest to it. It's always that ZS type of thing that gets me. That it's not Balaz, it's Balash. Of course, that makes sense. Thank you, Balash, for not judging me. I appreciate that. I'm still working on Stepan Shaik. I bet it's Shaik. I bet the J is like a Y. Shaik. Stepan Shaik.
And he's going to correct you next time. It's going to be great.
He's probably in this chat and he's going to pop up and say, "You idiot." Or no, he laughs at it. He loves it when people mispronounce his name. So he's funny that way.
He was in our chat the other day, Maddie's and I. Like,
Was
he just
he?
shows up sometimes. Yeah, I love it.
He keeps I think he likes to work at night in Serbia, I think he lives in. So when we had an interview with him, Taylor and I, it was 3 a.m. there or something, and he was drinking coffee and staying up all night to work. And I think that's, how he likes to work. And I guess that works with our broadcast time sometimes. Yeah. Amaya says, I read these 2 books 2 days ago, which was a suggestion by you and Taylor, and just loved it. Ratcatcher. Ratcatcher was great. The Bronx Kill and Noche. Okay. Finally, which of them you liked more, Jez? I loved The Bronx Kill. I remember that. And I loved Ratcatcher. Noche Roja. Let me see. It's right here. I believe that's. Come here, you. Oh, they're all tightly put in there. Don't mind the empty screen. It's just me being professional.
We can only see half of you. It's fine.
Noche Roja. The tradition of Chinatown 11 takes us into a hidden world of corruption where money, sex, and politics and crime all add up to the same thing. In the desert just south of... Oh, yeah. South of the border is Simon Oliver. Yeah, I remember liking this. I don't remember loving it as much as The Bronx Kill. So if you're asking me between Bronx Kill and Noche Roja, I don't remember Sickness in the Family as far as being a Vertigo crime book. But I definitely recommend The Bronx Kill. Here is an Essex County one, and I'm going to have to go up and get my... Okay, I'm going to disconnect.
Now we can't hear you.
Yeah. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We've actually talked so long, I'm running out of juice, so
charger.
I have to go get my charger. I didn't want to leave it blank for that long. This looks like it's for you.
Yeah, Essex County is amazing for me. Glad to hear you mention it. I grew up in that area. Oh, that's cool. Obviously, my opinions on the mirror are going to be biased. I recommend The Secret Path. Yeah, The Secret Path's amazing. I love all of his creator-owned stuff. Except Plutona, but we got to mention it every show.
Yeah. I don't know that I am aware of Secret Path.
Yeah, it was, I think I told you about this once, but it's fine. It's fine.
Of course you told me about
it. I'll show it to you next time.
Not one person wishes me luck. That's because we're worried about what you're going to do.
We don't want you to have luck.
Yeah, we're worried about you, dude.
Maybe stay home.
Yeah. Go to it. Do the online credit thing and get a loan that.
Yeah, or a cash advance place. I mean, anything's better than what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Those places aren't great either, but
Here's my doggy.
Aw. Hi.
Hi, sweet doggy. Oh, yeah, I know, but I'm doing a show.
The best ears.
From up here?
Those are some good ears.
My baby. Look at those ears. What a sweetie you are. Hang on.
That's some good content. It is.
Okay. I have to untangle this. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I got to go back downstairs, and Mommy isn't here for you. I know. She's a mean person. Daddy's better than Mommy.
You always bag talker like that?
Totally.
Yeah.
Mommy's not good for you. I am.
Oh.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
This is what we call noggining. We put our noggins together.
Love it. Love it.
Hello, sweetie pie. What's another question we could put up? Okay. I got to go downstairs, and I know for a fact you were just taken for a walk, so don't try and jam me up.
Someone just finished Postal. Have you guys read this amazing book? Yes, we both like that a lot. I think I can
You can speak
speak
for
for you
both.
on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Postal is amazing. Remarkable. It's a remarkable book. So got to get Solo to read. Oh, wait. Eagle Moss? What? English Eagle Moss 2-part hardcovers of it. That's interesting.
Cool.
Had 3 more creators. So those are great. Commit 3 more creators in to read to finish the book. Okay, yeah, it's all different creators. Farhan says, agreeing with us about Postal. Chameleon Cord's one of the best out there. As far as Postal goes.
I saw something about Get Jiro by Anthony Bourdain. Yeah. Heard they were good. I read that many years ago. I didn't like it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, here's my hot take about everything today. Didn't like it.
I didn't read it, so.
Maybe someone else liked it.
Okay, let's see. That was an ordeal getting my.
Oh, anyone reading Firefly? Yeah, the Boom Firefly. I'm not caught up to it, but what I've read, I really like.
Where is
So,
that?
yes. 139.
139? Oh my gosh, I've missed so much. Have you get whoop? Anyone reading Firefly? Okay. Let me professionally plug this in. So, yeah, I have a bunch of Firefly that I got from Boom, and I haven't started it yet. Are you committed to it? Have you read any of it?
Oh yeah, I've read the first part of the, what is it called? The Unification War, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, and I really liked what I've read, but I'm not caught up to it. I'm reading that on Hoopla. I am getting the let me move this. The Boom Deluxes they're coming out with. Didn't even open this puppy yet, but I am getting these. So, because I read some beforehand, I was like, this is great. I love how these are so cute.
They're really nicely put together.
They're really nice, yeah.
Okay, let me plug in my mic. You guys read Rat Queen. A 3rd deluxe edition is coming out. I loved the first. Haven't read the second. Didn't know about the 3rd.
I'm the same. I read the first a while back. Really liked it. When they changed things, I kept hearing bad things, so I didn't even keep going. Like creators and stuff happen, which good things happen with those.
Yeah.
Although now I'm hearing some of those old creators are coming back, so I don't know what's happening with that. I'm gonna have to look that up. But
is that the artist?
I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I think it was the artist that did the sketchy things.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
I didn't know I was showing those, but I guess obviously I was. This is all. Now I have to catch up to what I missed when I was showing my dog. That's about right. I'm not disagreeing with that. Let's see.
I mean, you're making me want to get my cats because there's a lot of dog talk around here. Cats love people too. I'm just saying.
Your cats do.
No, but see, earlier you were like, dogs are the best if they're trained properly. It's the same with cats. Cats are the best if they're treated properly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I got
fair.
nothing against cats. I've just owned dogs, so I just don't know. I remember I had a cat in 5th grade.
Yeah.
It was funny. It climbed up my leg. I had jeans on at the time, fortunately, but it liked to climb up my leg in my jeans.
Well, that's
I
cute.
encouraged it.
Good.
It was fun.
I have one of my cats is a parrot cat. We like to call her.
A what?
She will sit on your a parrot cat. She will sit on your shoulder and we can walk around and.
Oh my
she
gosh!
likes it.
Do it now. Go get your cat
I-
and do it now.
You want to go get her?
I do.
Watch her
I wanna
not
see-
do it the moment. If she comes in
yeah.
here though, she loves this room. She will just run around probably. But I could try it. I could try.
I would love to see a parrot cat.
Let me see what I can do. Give me a
Okay,
second.
I'll answer questions while you're gone.
Okay.
Wait, where was this question? I just need to find another question. Okay. I apologize to everybody that I had to go and get my charger, and then I got behind on people's questions and stuff. So that's on me. And I would say Cyclops from X-Men for me. I have this special shades for my photophobia. Is that something going on with your eyes? Are they sensitive to the sun or light, Farhan? George Carlin was a genius. Totally agree. Each creator's section and solo reads like an assortment of varying musical chords in music genres. That's an interesting observation. And movies should be able to do their own thing instead of being as slave to the source material. That's good, IQ. As a slave, yeah. Darwin Cook reminds me of the Sinatra era. George Howard Chaykin is very jazzy. Paul Pope is indie rock. Michael Allred is retro pop, and etc. That is a really good observation, Jose. X-Men and X-Men and Spider-Man movies from then haven't held up great, but they basically paved the way for what we have now. Also, Blade. I agree. Oh yeah, I can. We Three is a book I can reread. I still own it. Pride of Baghdad is a tougher read for me. I get teary-eyed in both. But We Three, I can read that again. But I agree with what you're saying, Amaya. Thoughts on Man Thing?
All right, Buff. You gonna do this for me? You may see a butthole.
She's 100% gonna jump on the couch.
Oh, she may jump up there. Okay. She'll just chill there though.
That's usually what she'll do.
This is where we have equal time for the cat lovers.
She wasn't jumping. Oh, Reed's holding her now.
She's tight.
I was like, what is happening? Why are you doing
Big
this?
cat face. I love it.
All right, thanks for that.
You did? You
Yeah,
did?
we're good.
Okay,
job,
we got to see
Buffy.
the cat. That's cool.
Yeah, she would stay there though. She wants to jump up on these shelves.
Oh,
so
okay.
She was like, what's up there?
If she got behind there, we would never get her out.
That's true. I don't know if you can hear Reed, but
We can hear him.
okay. Thanks, Reed.
No problem.
Thoughts on Man Thing? I'm considering getting into it. I think there's a current Man Thing and the older Man Thing. I have only read the older Man Thing, and I dug it for what it was. It's very different, but I enjoyed it. But it is early, mid-age Marvel, so Bronze Age Marvel. So it's older stuff. But if you're talking about the newer stuff, I haven't read that. Here's a good question. Do you read Elseworlds stories at all, Kristen?
No. At least everything you're mentioning there, no.
I haven't read Speeding Bullets, where Superman lands in Gotham, not Smallville. I don't think I've read that. That sounds really interesting. I think that's my new favorite classic Elseworlds story. Speeding Bullets, because I love the idea that Superman lands in Gotham. I'm going to read that. That better be on the DC app. That app needs work. I told Philip Kennedy Johnson that the DC app needed work, and he said, okay, I'll tell Jim Lee that. And I said, oh, well, thank you. Because that's apparently Jim Lee's big focus now is the digital app. And it doesn't have, well, I mean, it has current stuff, which is great. But I went looking, he cited Superman 400 during the interview, And I swiped through the DC app and I showed it. I said, yeah, here's Superman 400. And they're like, that's Batman 400. And I went, oh, yeah, there is no Superman 400. What's with this app? And that's when I complained. And he said, I'll get Jim Lee on that.
Nice.
But there's no old Superman in there. It's just, I mean, they got a ways to go to make it like Marvel Unlimited, because Unlimited is right. Because I'm going to, what did you just tell me? Oh, I need to read Infinity on Marvel
Infinity
Unlimited.
Comics, yeah.
And I feel like I got a few other things that I should have written down, but I don't have a pen and paper in here, but I do have my phone. Okay, Superman Speeding Bullets. Let me write this down. Also, I want to find out what the latest is on our bank loan getter.
Oh,
I want to see what he's.
They appear to be gone, which is
not
a good
Is he
sign.
not in this chat anymore? Has he gone to the bank?
Haven't seen him pop up at all.
Uh-oh. Bank guy, check in with us.
Big guy.
Hoopla books, digital TV shows. We already Kristen books. There, I have a whole section for you.
Oh my gosh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Then I'll forgive you for everything else.
OmniCat ideas and Kristen ideas.
Oh.
Kristen books. Okay. Let's see. Speeding Bullets. Speeding. I'll probably have to buy that on Comixology. Whoops, I misspelled bullets.
Well, while you're doing that, Farman just told me that his parents have 8 cats, and I have one lazy male who only got lazier after being neutered. I love that. And I want to see your cat, so maybe some point change that avatar to your cat and make me happy. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
you don't have
that's
to
a
right
great
now.
idea.
I know it's late, but I'd love to see your cat.
Jesse, cheeky rascal. Did you get any new figures? I don't think I have anything new than what I have shown on Tyler's show. I think the latest thing I opened up was the Iron Spidey figure. I don't think I've gotten anything new since then. Okay, Infinity, Marvel, and Mew. Do you have a couple books or one book that you'd like to talk about?
Sure.
Before the end of the year?
Yeah, again, grab this one before I realized it was an assignment, but I'll bring it up
Not an
anyway.
assignment. Shut up.
So I read the first Deadly Class a few years ago now, probably three or so years ago now. And you know what? There's even a bookmark in this. I started this and I never continued. But it's been on my shelf, and I liked the first one, so I think I need to revisit it. I will have to reread the first one because it's been years.
Yeah.
Here's what kind of person I am. So we all know Deadly Class, I think, at this point, right? Look at this bookmark.
Ooh, me?
So you take a brutal, bloody book, and I put in a cute little cat book. So that's my life. I feel like that really encompasses me. But these are big chonkers. These are big
they
chonkers. But I remember liking this. Did you like the second one too?
I did, yeah.
Okay, good. I need to do it.
I would watch a whole live stream of Jess just playing with his dog. Not a euphemism.
No, I hope not.
Thank you, Max. Have you guys read Sex Criminals? Have you read it at all?
I read the first hardcover. That's it.
I read the first 2 and loved it, and I just got the third one. I anticipate also loving it. I think the 2 of them together are lunatics, and I think that in a good way, the best possible way they are lunatics. So I loved the first 2, and I anticipate loving the third one. I'm really excited that I got the third one.
Yeah, I need to continue it too. I love the design on those hardcovers. They're so funny.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I think the chat was talking about. Wait, Simeon. Okay. Omar had a question that I don't actually know about the answer to. Omar, I don't know about a black magic. Where is that question? I don't know about this yet. I don't think there's enough material yet. They just started up again last year, I think.
Yeah, there's only a third trade, and I think it's 2 trades of volume.
I
So
bet we're a full year away from, and maybe longer. We're at the end of September. If they continue putting things out, that's probably a 2023 release, I would guess. A big hardcover like the first one. My guess is that's a year and a half away. My best Tim Seeley recommendation is Revival. But he also did Grayson with. Did Ruckup do this too? Tom King. Yeah, Grayson. He did this with Tom King. This was great. I loved Grayson. Tim Seeley and Tom King did it with Mikel Janin. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. I have a issue, as we all know. And I'm totally thinking about a live stream of my dog. That would be totally fun. Balash says about Sex Criminals, I loved it, but it's not for everyone. Humor is subjective, but also there's a lot of sexual content in it. Fraction is a polarizing writer. I agree with all of that, but I think Zdarsky has a lot of say in writing besides drawing in it. And I think the two of them together, I think they are in love with each other secretly. And so I think it shows on the page. I'm saying that facetiously, but I do think it's a great comic. They are goofballs, and I say that lovingly. Dee Dee Mac, I have this book. I have one trade of it. It's a Belgian comic book in the vein of Jason Bourne. I think it might be a video game too, but I only have one copy of it, and I think it's a series. I haven't started it, but that's one I really want to read. Is it pronounced 13 because of the Roman numerals? I've heard a lot of good things about it. See, it's a video game. What? That's not what I wanted to hit. Because is that based on the game? And there's an answer here. It's the other way around. The game is actually based on the comic, which started in the 80s. Yeah, it's a long series, and I've only got one book. I can answer this one. Do you have the same answer I do?
Oh, yeah.
Paper Girls, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, Paper Girls is the consensus of this group here. Paper Girls is what we recommend, and I can't recommend it enough. Deadly Class is great, but Paper Girls is next level. Just the Chaykin and J.H. Williams' Son of Superman Elseworld collection is also a must. Thank you. Next, Son of Superman. I'm sure it's not on the DCU app or whatever it is.
Because of what is, right?
Yeah. Current stuff, which actually helps, but Taylor Brown. What is up, Taylor? 2 series that I really want to read by the end of the year is East of West and New 52 JL. Excellent goals. That's the Minister of Comics himself here in the chat. Nice. He's from Pittsburgh. They got pierogies there. Those are international. Yeah, I agree with this, Omar.
Yeah.
I know it ends on a cliffhanger, and it's a brilliant book with beautiful art, just gorgeous art. And yeah, I wanted it too. I think it's going to be a little bit like Saga, where it's going to be a long waiting time between books. Um, but I can't recommend Black Magic enough. It is awesome.
Can you go back to 151 for me?
151. Is it addressed to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
it
just
says
like skipping
Kristen.
all my questions. It's fine.
It says Kristen.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Do you recommend reaching the Boom Buffy series?
He meant to say reading later.
Reading. Okay. I was like, you can probably just get them down lower on your shelf, and it'll help you. I wish I could get those out of print Dark Horse versions, but I heard Boom relaunched the series and their hardcovers look nice. So the Boom hardcovers are beautiful. I did just order the second one. Do I like it? Not after the first one, but and it does go downhill from there. I wish you could get the Dark Horse ones. I know it sucks. I'm hoping Boom will reprint those. The Dark Horse seasons are the best way to go with Buffy. Boom Buffy, maybe you'll like it more than I did. But I really liked it at the beginning. The Dan Moore art was so good. Dan left, and I was like, no. And someone else took over, and it was awful. And then the writing just starts plummeting. Am I still reading it? 100%. I'm reading it on Hoopla as it comes out by issue. And I'm getting the hardcovers because they are beautiful. So my opinion is I really like the concept. I like that they were relaunching it. They were changing characters. I was into it until it got really bad. And if Hayden's still in the chat, they agree with me. But like, it's rough. It's rough.
So this is interesting. Even though you don't like it, you're still going to get the hardcovers.
Here's the thing. We talked about this before. We all have a thing.
Right.
Your thing is Harley.
Right.
Maybe you don't love all the Harley stuff.
Nope.
You're still probably going to get it and own it and keep it, right?
Yep.
That's me. That's me and Buffy. That's my thing.
Yep. We all have that. Yep.
It's great. No. And I want to support Boom doing nice Buffy hardcovers, even though I don't support what they're doing in the comic necessarily. But I'm like, I want you to keep doing it. I want you to keep reprinting stuff. So it's hard. It's hard. It's hard out there for a Buffy fan. It is.
Yeah. It is sort of like a zombie story, only they aren't zombies, they just come back to life. And the detective has to solve the mystery of why they are coming back to life. They're not coming back to life as zombies. The dead are just coming back to life, and the detective has to figure it out. And it's got a kind of a Fargo feel because it's in a snowy setting, and the art is beautiful. The books are beautiful. They're great hardcovers from Image. I think I loved it. I thought Revival was an early Image hardcover success with me that I really got into. And it made me want to check out everything Tim Seeley has written. Okay, see, here's another question for you.
I just wanted to imagine Stanley Omnibus right by your side on the shelf. Have you both read that? No. I haven't. It is
I don't own it.
I own it because it was like $20.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I'm interested. You know, it was 5+ years ago probably when I grabbed this thing, I've heard from my dad that there's only certain issues that he in particular likes. Because I tried to sell this to him recently. I was like, hey, you want to buy this? I'm not going to read it probably. You want to... So...
How much were you charging for it to your dad?
I wasn't. I was just like, hey, make me an offer. We'll do this. I don't know how much it could have been more than 20. I don't know. It was forever ago, but it was cheap.
I haven't read it. It's one of those books that I like the idea, but I just never went there. Mostly because I think Jack Kirby helped create all those creations too. If it was a Stanley Jack Kirby, just imagine, I'd be down for that. but I
Yeah,
haven't.
my dad denied my request. He was like, I already have the issues I like. I was like, okay, fine.
Dad. Okay, here's another one addressed to you.
Oh, then you should. Okay, Deadly Class. Yeah, I read the first hardcover. I really liked it. So I'll continue it.
Oh, I didn't know it was out of print. Here's a good answer to Marcelo. Was looking into getting the current Man-Thing, Curse of the Man-Thing. Should be a good introduction to the character, apparently. They retcon Man-Thing's origin, though. Okay. Here's Snarky Aiku. How did I... Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. Sex criminal has sexual things? How? Snarky Aiku. Okay, here's a question for you.
Oh, would you recommend Rachel Rising as a good intro to Terry Moore for someone who's never tried any of his work? Absolutely. In fact, I think it's the first one I read, and I loved it. So, 100%. This is back in stock, by the way, last I heard.
Oh, that's good.
Rachel Rising hardcover. So if you're interested, Abstract Studios, Terry's site. Yeah, it's so good. I mean, who doesn't love the white on the black pages too? Such a nice Omni. The paperback's nice too. So, and I mean, come on now. Give me a ribbon in every Omni. What do we do in Marvel and DC? Why don't you do this?
I 100% agree with her. Ribbons are make the difference.
Yeah.
I always bookmark. I'm getting ready to bookmark a ribbon book, and I go, I got a ribbon.
Yeah.
I'm using it.
So much better.
Hearing 2.0, you get viewer of the day with all these great questions. Have you read enough of Zdarsky that you have an opinion on this, Kristen?
No, I liked his Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
That's all I really got. But I liked it. And I like, well, Sex Rebels doesn't really count, right? Kind of.
What is it? Oh, Sex Rebels, yeah.
But Howard the Duck was fun.
Spider-Man Life Story was brilliant. I haven't read his Daredevil yet, and you're welcome that I bought it all in trades because it's getting hardcovers. It already has a hardcover, but so far, Spider-Man Life Story is. I don't ever want Chef's Kiss to become a cliche because I love that it describes everything perfectly. Spider-Man Life Story is Chef's Kiss. Mwah. I loved it. I believe we're planning that. If Taylor's in the chat still, he knows everything and I know nothing, even though he's been telling me everything, kind of like Kristen and me. I don't remember being assigned it to read. We just read it for fun. But he may be planning on doing something on his Instagram page. That's where he has all his Taylor has all his followers, and I know Unkillables is one of his books of the year. So is Meta Baron's 40th anniversary edition a standalone book, or are there other parts to it? I'm going to have to let the chat answer that. We have so many international viewers, and Meta Barons is an international book, that I'm going to throw that to the chat if it's standalone. I think it's standalone, but it has sequels, and it may have a prequel that are also standalones, if you kind of get what I'm saying. But I don't know enough about Meta Barons to even fake an answer. So I love faking answers, but I can't even fake an answer here. Have you read Witches?
I have.
Oh, looks like you have an opinion. Look at that face. Wow.
I recall it being aggressively okay for me. So I don't know that I would agree.
Aggressively okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to write that down. Kristen's sayings, aggressively okay.
Yeah, that's... it's funny. I was thinking about what other Scott Snyder books I've read. I read Severed. I also thought that was aggressively okay. So he hasn't hit it for me yet. I don't know.
Wow. Aggressively okay. That is in Kristen books, of which I have bought a couple. Pumpkinheads and Mooncakes.
But those were way better than aggressively okay.
Right. I just wanted to
In
get
my
that
opinion.
one down. I actually loved Witches. It was aggressively awesome for me, but we celebrate differences of opinions here. Okay. Funky Monkey chiming in with Kiki. And then there's the Elseworlds 80-page giant, but I have no clue as to its current availability. Is it just called 80-page giant? I might have this. Is it just called 80-page giant, or is there a character in it? Oh, here's Amaya's addressing Taylor Brown. Taylor, are you still in the chat? You're being addressed. Or at first degree is per your last crime corner, and I completely agree it's a good read, but not a must buy. Yeah. Will you guys do a Giant Days review at some point?
If only. I hope so. One day.
Let's set that as something we will do early next year, like February.
I'm all about those.
Okay.
Yes.
Because that's a lot of books, a lot of trades that I have to read.
I'm going to write it down right now.
Okay.
February.
Okay, February, because that
Giant
gives me
Days.
all January to read them. And then we can do a
Beautiful.
show on them.
They are quick reads because it's a joy, right?
I will aggressively forget between now and January, so remind me.
Yeah. I may too, but I at least have it written down.
Yeah,
I
good.
will reference
Okay.
this. Yeah.
I could put it down for January 1st, start Giant Days. I will do that. Have you guys read Money Shot? I've heard it's similar to Sex Criminals. I have both the volumes because that's got Tim Seeley in it too. Tim Seeley and Sarah Beatty wrote it. Sarah Beatty is I don't follow Twitter except for her. And I don't remember if she's on Instagram. She must be on Instagram. She is the funniest person ever with her. I mean, in one sentence, she makes me laugh out loud every single day. So Sarah Beatty is hilarious, and that's why I got Money Shot. I want to read it, and she's an interesting person. I want to know more about her. She's just really interesting. I really want to know more about her. So I want to read Money Shot. This is regarding Meta Barons. Yes, but with several sequels, prequels, and interrelated texts. And he's got Archie Meets the Punisher, it looks like, as his avatar. That's a good one. So 40th anniversary edition doesn't have everything. No, there's tons of other stuff as addressed by Next Imaginaut. Oh.
I mean, are you allowed to answer this though? You haven't read Giant Days enough, right?
Well, I'm interested in your answer.
Well, I'm on record. If I'm not, I am right now. I'm on record by saying Giant Days is my favorite series.
Out of everything?
Out of all the things. Out of all the things. I loved Lumberjanes. It could be a second. But Giant Days is it for me. So if I had to pick, that's what I would pick. I do adore Lumberjanes, but I love Giant Days even more. And after you read it, I'll be interested in your thoughts.
I sure love Lumberjanes.
Yeah.
I really loved Lumberjanes.
It's one of my all-time favorites. But on record right now, Giant Days.
Okay. Oh, here's Flush Jackson. He made it.
That's
nice,
awesome.
Flush. That used to be... Flush used to be somebody else. I can't think of his name. Flush, who did you used to be? It's a new name for him. I liked your other name, but I'm forgetting who you used to be. Okay, Elseworlds 80-page giant. I will check it out. Okay, okay. The chat is talking to each other, so I will leave them to talk to each other.
Oh, I missed this earlier, but I think someone mentioned the Deadly Class hardcovers are out of stock. They are coming back. They're being reprinted pretty soon, I think. I want to say next month or the month after. So heads up if you are looking for those. Like, I wasn't just like, here's the thing you can't get. They're coming back.
Okay. I know I can answer this question. I don't know that you've read any Cosmic Ghost Rider. I like Cosmic Ghost Rider, and I double dip. There's a little double dipping on the new Omni, and it double dips with Donny Cates' universe, or Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever. I read them both together. There's a little bit of double dipping, but not enough to dissuade me from getting the Omni. I love the idea of Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Donny Cates is awesome. So I recommend it. Relationship ending question. I'm just talking about his name, not anything else. This is a good idea, and I've been meaning to do it for years, Amaya. I have read lots of humanoids. They have tons of books out, and I feel like I just need to read or reread a couple more where I can do a stream on humanoids, but they have so many books out. I have read a lot of them. I want to get like at least, I feel like there's at least 10 I can do, and that would be a good stream. Any more than that, I think would probably be too much, but I think I can put together 10 humanoids books that I really love. So that's a good idea that I've been working on. But I will be doing it in the future. And here's Gabriel. We have had a great chat. A Christmas. What's that?
I want to address Amaya's Rachel Rising. He said Rachel Rising is above $150 on Amazon. Just checked. So I don't know where Abstract Studios ships, but I am on their website right now. They have 122 in stock of the Rachel Rising green hardcover. So you can still get that straight from Terry. Again, I don't know where he ships, so that may be harder for international. I don't know. But it is still available. And that's $75 on his site.
Oh dear. Okay. Maybe you can read it digitally. Oh, Curse of the Man thing is Steve Orlando, though, I think. Spoonful of Brody, did you recommend that I read something the other day? Because I'm pretty sure you recommended something, and I read it, and I loved it. And I've, of course, forgotten what you recommended. I think it was on Omni Bros that you recommended something. But I read it right away, and it was really good. I just picked up Zdarsky Daredevil Volume 6 trade today. I'm joining the buy-in trades crew with Jess. I used to love the ribbons until my Black Hammer LE came with several pages damaged because of the ribbon. You can participate in That Sucks, That Sucks episode.
Yeah, throw that in.
I own this, but haven't gotten to it yet, Kal-El.
I started that because that is a Comixology original, and then they just printed it from Dark Horse.
Oh, okay.
So you can read that on Unlimited for free, if anybody has access to that.
I will get... What?
Oh, I was going to say, I jumped in on that Christmas Wish one. I don't think you got to read that.
I did see it, but...
Christmas Wish, would you both do a favorite books reads on Fantagraphics books creators? Reed would love to be on an episode like that because he adores Fantagraphics. I like them too. In fact, I have a book I can show in this stack.
Would you both? Okay. Yeah,
but
I'll be sure and show the Peter Baggy Hate edition with the Holiday Inn signed memo that was for his book plate.
That's in your This Sucks episode, right?
And I passed
that.
on the monsters one because I was sure it was going to be a sucky book plate, and then it turns out to be an awesome book plate that I would worship. Oy,
What a
oy,
bummer.
oy. Oh, you were Loops, purveyor of Loops. You're to your profession. You were okay. Something to do with movies, maybe. Okay, so you were purveyor of Loops. Okay, thank you. So this timeline is bizarro. Okay. Here's a question for you from Balash.
Mint asked for a while every time you pull out to recommend it for a second type book. Have you read A Map to the Sun? Yes, I enjoyed it. And The Magic Fish. Actually just was holding that earlier. I got it from the library, so I intend to read it. It does look like my jam, so thank you for that. Love for a second.
Okay, good. I will do it. I will show you another book that I want to read before the end of the year.
Yes, do it.
Have you read this already?
Oh, of course.
Or you read it the second it came out?
I read it on
did you read
Hoopla
it
the second it
digitally?
came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet Tooth: The Return. I think I knew it existed, but I only picked it up after it was a OmniCat recommendation.
Yes.
Comic Slayer recommendation. Kristen recommendation. So that's the reason I picked it up, because I was gonna go, how's he returning? That the end of the story. Yeah, okay. The end of the story was a beautiful ending. So
I agree.
This is something I'm reading by the end of the year. And also in the Murphyverse, the Harley Quinn book, Batman White Knight, presents Harley Quinn. I believe it's by Sean Murphy's wife as the writer. Script and story, Sean Murphy, story and covers, Matteo Scalera art, and Dave Stewart, who colors everything in the world. The art looks similar. I mean, Matteo Scalera is a great artist. So I'm totally down for this. And Harley's a detective in this, and I'm trying to find some art that looks good. I purposely don't ever go on YouTube or Twitter or anything to see reviews, because I don't want to know what anybody else thinks of this. So this is going to be something I read sooner rather than later, and give you my opinion on. First of all, obviously it's Harley Quinn. Second of all, Sean Murphy, Katana Collins. She must be a good writer, even though she's his wife. He's not going to risk a bad story in this universe he's created. So I'm going to go in assuming it's a good story, because it sounds like a great premise, that she's a detective, and she can save Gotham because Batman's behind bars and the Joker's dead. I'm eager to read this. I may read this today. So those are two books I'm going to read before the end of the year.
Fantastic.
Wait, what the hell? This isn't a Kristen recommendation. I read Waves before.
I read it before you read it. Thank you very much.
What the hell?
Thank you very much. I did.
Oh my God.
We could check our Goodreads, but you weren't using it then. So in the future.
All right. This goes
Waves,
to you.
Waves is beautiful. It can go to both of us. We both loved it, right?
We did.
It's beautiful.
I did love it.
So glad you liked it.
Balash says this to you.
Thanks for all the great indie recommendations from all the shows you appear on. Oh, I tend to almost love all. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
She's the queen of indies. That's why I like having her as a co-host.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Which, speaking of, let's.
Okay. The answer's, I did order it. It hasn't come here yet, but I did order it. And let's see some of your books that you want to read before the end of the year.
So I've read this first hardcover of Mouse Guard. Very much enjoyed it. I actually grabbed the two others in the main series.
Oh.
To be here. And I think I can get through these, though. They are short. They're not that bad. and beautiful, and I'm very excited. But they've been sitting on my shelf, and I'm like, what am I doing? I really love the first one. I got to get to it. So I do plan to read all 3 of these.
Okay.
Yeah, we're saying it here now. Now at the end of the year, I don't know, but I'm gonna try.
No promises.
That's all I can do.
We're
That's all I
working
can do.
on it.
Yeah, we're working on it.
I have way more. This is a book Gio and I talked about, and I want to read it because it sounds interesting. I know nothing about it. This was a blind buy. This is called Black Stars Above. It is Vault? It's a Vault comic, and I have liked all the Vault comics so far. The year is 1887, and a storm brews. Oh boy. Eulalie Dubois has spent her entire life tending to her family's trapline. Isolated from the world, a chance at freedom comes in the form of a parcel that needs delivering to a nameless town north of the wilderness. Little does Eulalie know, something sinister hides in those woods, and it yearns for what she carries. That was I think Gio, I don't know if he bought it, but he and I were both interested in it. He may have sucker baited me into buying it and just telling him about it. But Black Stars Above is something I want to read before the end of the year. And Taylor and I interviewed John Arcudi back when he was writing Two Moons. And here's the first trade. So I bought this to support him. In the middle of the horrors of the Civil War, young soldier Virgil Morris discovers that he can't leave his Pawnee origins behind him. Visited by ghosts and visions, he learns that the war is not the worst evil he and his new friend, Nurse Frances Shaw, face. Together and apart, Frances and Virgil combat madness and hell itself. I believe this is an ongoing, and this is just book 1. But I like John Arcudi's writing. Rumble was awesome. The art looks great in this, and I really want to read this, not only to support him, but it sounds like an amazing story with really great art in it. Oh, this art is just really, really good.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Two Moons. I believe it's ongoing.
Yeah, I have like 4 more.
I do too.
Okay.
Wait, just a sec. I have Next Imaginaut has a 2-parter. For information, Murakami is releasing another book-length essay later this year on his lifelong love of T-shirt collecting. That will appeal to Kristen too. Murakami Tea, the T-shirts I love. That will also be a deep meditation on the obsession, joys, and curatorial art of collecting as a passion. Just wanted to bring it to your attention, given the relevancy of the subject matter.
I heard about those.
Oh, you did?
And I'm interested. Yeah, because Murakami's very weird and interesting.
I will say it now. I don't know who Murakami is. Can you tell me?
Well, you don't read a lot of prose, so there
No.
you go. Yeah.
He's a writer.
Yeah.
And he just goes by Murakami?
I mean, he has a first name.
Okay. What? Why are you being so reserved about this? Just tell me.
I'm not. I don't remember his first name. I just remember his last name.
So he's a writer of prose, and
Yeah.
he's coming out with a book on T-shirts that he loves.
Yeah, apparently. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How am
Well,
I
I
being
think-
reserved about it?
I don't know.
That's pretty much it. I mean,
Okay.
he writes books.
Okay. Good. Let's see. Jose, Murphy vs. Batman deserves an Omni. Collecting all the series so far. Patience is a virtue, so I'll keep waiting and wishing before diving into that Elseworld realm. I have liked the Murphy verse, so I am a fan of it. Here's a question that's asking about our Goodreads goals for the year. Would you make adjustments to it based on your progress?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Everyone knows I was very ambitious, probably too much. So I'm quite behind on my goal. I think I'm about 48% there. Yeah, I can give you the exact number.
48% of 1,000? You're doing better than I am. Let's see where I am.
But it's September, so I'm not. It's not great. 482 right now is what I'm at.
Wow. I am at.
But I'm
40
still. That's very behind.
I'm at 49%.
Well, hey, we're about right on track. So yeah, at the end of the year, if I'm not hitting it, I'm gonna change it so I can hit it because I refuse.
I did it so I could track books mostly to remember instead of writing them down on paper to track books for my end of the year, or just keep track of what I'm reading. But now I'm kind of into the challenge.
It's fun. It's really fun.
It is fun, yeah.
Flush Jackson nailed it. He said aggressively ambitious. That's right. I was aggressively ambitious.
Who said that?
Flush Jackson. Yeah, you nailed it. That's it.
Here's a question for you.
Or fun Dutch indie comic you'd be interested in. Taxi, Stories from the Backseat. Okay. Also in English. She's got a new graphic novel too, Days of Sand. Okay, I'm writing both of these down. Thank you for that.
Nice, Haiku.
Taxi. That sounds fun. Got it.
Haruki Murakami.
That's it. That's his first name.
Seems to be well known in the chat. Here's another one for you.
Ooh, now I'm planning to buy Thirsty Mermaids. Will let you know how I feel. Please do. I hope you enjoy it. It is a blast. Is that what you grabbed, Jess?
I do have it. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a huge. Well, I did get a big Kristen verse. It's in the other stack now. I did get a big Kristen verse chunk from Amazon. Oh, you know what? We haven't really talked about our sponsor.
Oh yeah, Dying Breed Collectors.
2.5 hours later.
Oh, it's because Lloyd Wong isn't here, right?
Yeah.
It's the awkwardness at the beginning. Everything just went out of our heads, right?
Yeah. I apologize to DyingBreedCollectors.com because there's still a few days left. It's September 25th, 30 days half September. Okay, there's 5 days left to get 10% off everything in stock at DyingBreedCollectors.com with the code Taylor, not Tyler. DyingBreedCollectors.com, 10% off everything is already discounted prices with the code Taylor, not Tyler. And they are
the best.
Yeah, they are. And
he was so great on your show.
Oh, you enjoyed that?
Yeah. I was a little jealous. I was like, okay, it's fine.
Oh, you want him to appear here?
That would be fun. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Fun. But yeah, he was great.
He'd be up for it. Yeah, that's a great idea to have him here. And I like that you were jealous for some reason. That's good.
Okay.
And for some reason, I have this intervention.
Oh, we should have an intervention, Jess.
I don't know why.
It's about how you're not crediting me in videos. It's fine.
Wow. This is...
That's just my bit. This episode, that's it. It's my bit.
Okay. Wow.
Really? You're gonna turn this off. It's not gonna be live. We're gonna fight. It's gonna be great.
Okay. I'm sort of scared of the after show now, but
you shouldn't be.
Oh, stop, Aiku.
How dare?
How dare
Everyone
you?
Does
right.
that.
Yeah, how dare you, Aiku? I'm with you now.
Again, more how dares.
More how dare you? You might be making the That Sucks edition.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the explanation. Probably the greatest living Japanese writer, probably the world's best living postmodern author, and a transformative major figure in world literature since the mid-'80s.
That's fair. So I know his name. I could tell you books from him, but I haven't read them. But I've been interested. That's
better than me because I don't even know his name. So in the That Sucks episode will be me for not knowing this great
No.
author that I have no idea of his existence. So yes, I suck.
I don't think anyone said that.
I appreciate that. I'm saying that. I would say anything by Mariko Tamaki. She has not disappointed me into her. I love everything indie by her, and I love everything so far in Marvel by her. She's done a good job of moving over into the big two and taking her talent to the big two. Oh yeah, Laura Dern. Wait, I'll highlight you there.
Laura Dern. Laura Dern is
Dean.
an actress, so
Laura
it's fine.
Dern. Laura Dean keeps breaking up with me.
So good.
We reviewed that a few months ago, maybe during the summer.
You know, it could have been last year at this point. Who knows?
Yeah, it feels
I think
more
it
like
maybe was.
it does. It feels more like a quarantine book that we read.
Let me see when I read it on Goodreads.
Okay.
Let's see.
Gabrielle, yeah.
2019.
Sorry?
2019.
No, 2 years ago?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's when I read it, at least.
Okay, no, but we reviewed it
So-
like last year because I didn't read it until recently.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, Gabrielle, this is what blows or sucks. Either way, it only counts for one book on Goodreads, and that's what Aiku is jamming us up about, is that we want to count single issues because we read them and they should count.
Yeah.
And then you've got Flashpoint and Justice League Omnis, which are huge, and they count as one book. So,
Well, and I read prose every now and then, and that also, you know what I'm saying, versus like a little graphic novel.
yeah,
I like to put things on my Goodreads as the format I read them in.
right.
And that's mostly just because, you know, I like to look back and see what I read that year.
Yeah,
And if I have all these weird, like, you know, trade volumes and actually read the Omni, I just want to remember, like, the format I read them in, you know. It's really about me. I don't really care about the number. I'm just, it's like you said, I'm tracking, but I'm enjoying the challenge, you know.
yeah. And here's Aiku popping off. Count as one.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
right. They count as one. Well, Atit, you're ahead of me. I don't have any on my bookshelf and none on my iPad. But I'm. That sounds like the T-shirt book would be a good one for me to read first, since
Yeah, I think that'll be fun.
Kristen and I both love T-shirts. Kristenverse. There is a Kristenverse. I've been reading a lot of books from the Kristenverse.
I love that too.
Is that Abby Howard? I just got done reading a couple Abby Howard books from the Kristenverse. And you better believe when I review them on air, the Kristenverse is getting mentioned.
You know, it's fine. People know. It's all right.
Yeah.
Do they, though?
Do they, though? If we use Taylor, well, no. Yeah, Tyler, not Taylor, that costs you an extra 10%. Exactly. You have to use the code Taylor, not Tyler, to get 10% off your books at DyingBreedCollectors.com. I wonder if this is going to count with our sponsor. The last 10 minutes of the show, we talk about him 45 times.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I usually remember it. I don't know. It's the pop in chat, you know? They've had such good questions.
Yeah, the chat has
very
been
distracted.
The chat has been awesome today. Wajima, it's dyingbreedcollectors.com. Exactly. And it will take you to his shop. And using Taylor, not Tyler, as your code, you get 10% off everything in his store. And in October, maybe he'd be a good guest for here.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay.
We haven't mentioned much about it, but I mean, great packaging. You don't have to worry about it at all. Really, really good packaging. We've said it before. I've said it like every show, but Dying Breed Collectors is a great place to check out if you can't find stuff on maybe some of the other sites that you've been to, because they're good about keeping stuff in stock. having
Yeah.
stuff you can't find anywhere else. So definitely give them a browse. There's good bundles on there. Love those bundles.
Yeah, good point. I found I don't know what Kristen found, but I found both the Injustice Omnis there, and they were nowhere else but Amazon, and Amazon was charging basically full price, and Injustice was highly discounted at both Omnis. It was close to, but not quite like finding a whale on the shelf at a what did you say? Shelves in the stores or
What did I say?
shelves in the stores.com?
Shops on shelves, shelves on
Shops on
what?
shelves, yeah.
Shops-
Shelves on shops. Something,
Shelves
yeah.
on shops. Shelves in shops.
Shelves in
I don't know.
shops. It's close to finding a whale in shelves in shops, but it was exciting to find Injustice and that it was discounted and the packaging was awesome. And as Kristen said, it's so awesome. It took me a while to get to the books. Opening the box is a journey.
Oh yeah. Oh, it totally is.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna
open the
need
box.
scissors.
Oh, scissors, X-Acto knife. It's going to take you a while to get to the books.
Which is a great thing.
Yeah. I'm saying that as a positive. These things are packed like for any kind of delivery service to
And now more than ever, we need that.
Yeah.
They're throwing
right.
them around out there. Mhm.
Yeah.
I think actually my last Dying Breed box had like a big chunk of a hole in the bottom. Just like someone just kicked it, right? And it was just like, and I was like, oh no. But then I was like, you know what? It's probably fine because that book is like in the middle of the box, not like on the bottom. If it were on the bottom, that would have been bad. But yeah, it was totally fine. I was like, okay, this is perfect. This is what I want in a packing.
Well, IQ 10 books is not much of a Goodreads goal, okay? Jose, right. Hit the like button too, animal and comics lovers. Thank you, Jose. Exactly. Sidebar, binged What If and Star Wars Visions. Excellent time. I'm not huge into anime, but Visions was exquisite. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Star Wars Visions. Philip Kennedy Johnson was talking about that on our interview with him, Taylor and my interview with him, that it was his favorite Star Wars thing ever was Star Wars Visions. So that's something I need to check out. Let's see.
I hope my verse is better than that, but you know.
It's aggressively awesome. Is that a must read?
Ooh.
Yes. And
yeah.
Gabrielle would like to know.
It's Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. Marika Tamaki is the author, which is why I thought about it.
Marika Tamaki.
Rosemary Valero O'Connell, who we also adore from that other book she did that I can't think of the name of, but we both like that one.
That really thin one. What?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm like looking around for it. I'm like, I don't know where I put it.
Yeah. Why?
But it's great.
Yeah, that was a good book too.
It was great. So just you can look up her name, you'll find her other stuff. But her art's beautiful. It's this nice like pink and black and gray palette throughout this. But it's very much. I mean, this follows like they're teenagers, right? Are they teenagers or in they high school or college? I feel like they're teenagers.
I think they're in high school. I feel like it's high school. Yeah.
That sounds right. And you can tell by the title, but it's a really good book, great characters, and we both really liked it. So
and I'll go on record as saying Laura Dean's a bitch.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hate her.
Yeah. And you question what in the world's going on with this girl wanting to go back together with Laura Dean.
Freddie, the other
such a
character.
bitch. She's a flirty, drinky, drunken bitch.
You'll feel that way, but it's also like you could kind of, because we have years of experience on us, right? And we kind of look back and be like, okay, we could see being a teenager though,
right?
And she's stringing her along, and like there's, she's
super popular.
Yeah,
Laura
but
Dean
you want to yell at, you want to shake her the whole time. You're shaking the book while you're reading. Like,
I think our review we said that we wanted to shake her and say, "Will you quit it?"
Yeah.
And these are comic characters. That shows how good of a book it is because you get emotionally invested in this girl. Keep going that keeps going back to Laura Dean, and you want to shake her. And this is a made-up
Absolutely.
story, so that's what's great about it.
I agree.
Yeah, we're just working with the chat, talking
Yep.
about books. I don't know. This is aggressively fun, so we're just going for it. Since the chat is so into it, we're just happy to answer questions and talk about books. Speaking of, I have to read this by the end of the year. Stargirl by Jeff Johns.
Can we pause here?
Let's pause.
Can I ask if that's going to be in your "This sucks"? The fact that there's a photo cover on that thing.
100%.
Come on now, what are we doing?
100%.
Okay.
I don't dig TV or movie covers on comics.
So bad.
This had been out of print for like 20 years or something crazy. So I was glad that it got brought back because it's like a love letter to his lost sister. And it's apparently really well written. I love this picture in the back. She's got braces on as a superhero.
That would have been a better cover right there.
What's that? Yeah, that would have been a better cover.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to the girl that's playing her. Apparently, it's a really good show. And the girl / woman that is playing her does a really good job. So the script must be good too, I think. The art is very, I don't know, 90s maybe, but it still looks fun. It's not a detriment at all. But yeah, this has been on my wanting to read list forever. And when I finally was able to get it, this is by Jeff Johns. This is just something I really, really want to read. Do I want to read it as much as the Harley Quinn book? No, because I'm going to read that first, but it's still in the pile as something I want to read before the end of the year.
I look forward to your thoughts on that because I think I would enjoy it.
Okay.
Chris, this is nice. Kristen's aggressive ambitions of her wide-spanning reads, both mainstream and indie titles, are more embracing and refreshingly inspiring than the other Batter Days.
Whoa!
I didn't know this was going to turn into that.
Shots fired! Whoa!
Oh. I was like, oh, this sounds nice. And then it went. Well, thank you very much for the loveliness.
Jose went there. Holy guacamole. Refreshingly inspiring. Embracing.
If I ever write a book, I'm putting that on the back. Like that's it. That's the one. Yeah.
That's your blurb.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yes to the Kristen verse, he says.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, in spirit, I sent you. Okay. Okay, awesome. I will check my Goodreads later. Thank you very much for that.
Right. That's what I think. And this is the reaction to the shots fired. Yoinks. May is super hyped for Laura Dean. Good. We liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Stargirl, the show, not too shabby. Luke Wilson plays her father. It's got a Buffy vibe, if that makes any sense.
I heard it's really good, so I need to check it out for sure.
That. Oh, wait, I missed a few. Okay. Loved this show. What a great stream. Was missing your live stream since a few weeks, Jess and Kristen. Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Daniel Valentin. First time leaving a comment, but I watch you all the time. Thanks for keeping me entertained. Peace and love. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. This is true. I'd splash a root beer right in her face. Redemption.
But not Laura Dern.
No, I dug Laura Dern in Star Wars too.
Yeah,
I thought it was fun to see her in there. This is directed towards you, I believe.
Oh, I recently read China and the Possible Monsters and loved it. Can you recommend similar stories? I didn't love it. So
can you recommend better stories?
I think I thought it was fine. I don't know. it was so quick that I feel like not a lot happened. I did like the art a lot. I don't know what would be similar to it. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm looking around.
I wonder if Taylor would have an answer.
Wow. Hey, I didn't want to be in this battle. I don't want to start a war. I'm good.
I'm totally not
Taylor's
going to
great at a
continue
lot of
it.
stuff.
I am totally leaving it here and not taking it anywhere else. I'm leaving it in the chat, as a matter of fact. Oh, well, this is nice. Let's see. Jess, you are also inspiring, and I've gotten a lot of tips and recommendations from your past and present videos since I picked up the collected editions hobby, so thank you. Thank you very much. It's always nice to get feedback that we're doing something right. We try to present books that we love and that we want you to love, so we appreciate that. I appreciate that, and I know Kristen is going to print your comment out and put it on her wall. So
Absolutely. I may tattoo it on myself under justice that I need to get.
under my tattoo on you.
Yeah.
On a personal note, okay, first of all, I was not aware of this movie, so this is the first I'm hearing of it. Are you excited for Paul Thomas Anderson's upcoming 70s San Fernando Valley set coming-of-age drama Licorice Pizza after the record store? I am now. I do like Paul Thomas Anderson's movies. I remember Licorice Pizza well in California. I remember I worked at the Record Factory in 1983, 84. In 85, so coming of age drama, I'm all in next to Maginot. This sounds awesome. I don't know about anything because I don't do social media on purpose. So so that I don't find out stuff so I can be surprised. So I'm also out of the loop pretty much on anything. Just that's why I'm so dumb.
No one thinks that.
Well, right. I'm just not up on everything. This live stream is always so calm and relaxed. No wonder I now keep coming back to listen every Saturday.
Oh.
Thank you, Tommy. Tommy, where are you from? We've got a lot of exotic locations in here. Where are you from, Tommy? Oh, here's one for you, Kristen.
Would you also recommend Terry Moore's Echo as a blind buy? I've only read half of Echo. Again, I got distracted by something. I don't know. But I would recommend Motor Girl as a great blind buy.
I loved Motor Girl.
So good. Motor Girl and Rachel Rising, from what I've read from Terry, are my favorites. So 100%. This is so freaking good.
I haven't read Echo, but I've read Motor Girl and dug it. I dug it. Oh, here's Taylor Talks Comics. I'm currently reading Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. I read like the first 4 trades of it. I feel like it got like 6. And I also feel like it might have gotten rebooted. I know that it sells extremely well to school kids. It's always Scholastics. This is what Lou tells me. He works at a school. He says that Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is a hugely popular with kids, and Scholastic always has it listed for all its volumes. I loved the first 4, or maybe I read 5. I've still got them. I highly recommend it. It's a blast.
Yeah, I've only read like maybe the first trade, but I really liked it. I need to continue it.
Yeah,
it's a blast.
Crashline says, Jess, I've read books that Jess has recommended that made me cry. Too Cool to Be Forgotten, for example. Jess has great taste. Glad he buys all the books and reviews them for us. That's on my dime, by the way.
You do buy all the books.
I do buy all the books. That's why I had to make a Everything Must Go video, because I bought so many books. But Thank you so much, Crashline. That is a beautiful compliment, and I really appreciate it. Just was in the 80s version of Empire Records, if I recall. Nice. Right. Tommy is from northern Sweden, but my last name may be throwing you off as it's Finnish. I just sort of guessed that you might be international. But you could have been from New Jersey with the Tommy. I don't know.
Our whole chat's international plus New Jersey, it seems like.
Yeah.
So.
Here's something for you.
Oh, Kristen has some amazing recommendations as well. I love the segment quite a bit. Glad to hear about Motor Girl right now. That was on my short list. You should read it. Also, thank you very much. But yeah, this is really great.
Do you have, how many books do you have left?
4.
Oh, okay. Why don't you show a couple?
Okay. I've been saying this forever because I really need to start it, and I still haven't started Jason Aaron's Thor.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to put all that on my plate, so I at least
Right.
want to read this. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
That's
matters.
a commitment, and that book is great.
I'm looking forward to. I know I'm going to love it. I
Yeah.
know I'm going to love it. And I have to read it for the movie. So like, what am I waiting on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think I'm the only person thrilled that Natalie Portman's back, because I keep hearing stuff, and I'm like, no, I love her so much. She's
I love
one of
Natalie Portman.
One of my top favorites. So I'm stoked.
She's going to be in the movie again?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down for that. I love
Yeah.
Natalie
But yeah,
Portman.
I'm stoked. Also, I haven't even opened this. I pulled a Jess.
Oh.
Hulk by Peter David, first volume. This is my one Omni on my list. I need to open it and I need to read it. So that's that.
It's still sealed. That's what you're saying is
That's
the
right.
Jess?
That's right. You can tell how shiny it is, right? Yeah.
Right.
That's full of Jess.
that is aggressively Jess-like.
That's so true. You want me to just finish off the rest here? Or?
Sure, and then I can show the rest of mine.
Okay. I mean,
Oh.
these Ghostbusters hardcovers have been on my shelf for a
Those
stupid
are
amount of
so
time.
hard to get.
I know. I almost didn't show it because I'm like, I don't want to be like, look at what I have. But like,
Flexing.
I need them. I need to read them. Was this the hard to get one? I think so.
It's called Mass Hysteria is the hard one, I
Yeah,
think.
this is the one.
Is that Mass Hysteria?
It is. You
Ooh.
can see. I maybe shouldn't show you that, but it's $25 is what I got this for on a shelf used. The spine's a little loosey goosey. I don't know. It's a little loosey goosey, but I was like, I don't care. I just want to read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm stoked. I like the really cartoony art, but I haven't. So there's 3 of them. I at least want to read the first one. Is this the first one or the third one? Did I just throw this on my shelf and I don't even know? I don't know. But I
just know they're really hard to find.
Yeah, that's one that was just sitting there, and I was like, how is that just sitting there? Because I knew that was the hard one.
Yeah.
So I had to get it. And my final one, someone mentioned Fantagraphics earlier, and it made me think of this. The Darkwing Duck.
Oh.
Fantagraphics hardcover. They just came out with this. It's. I was so excited to hear they were going to reprint some of these in a nice hardcover. I mean, y'all, this is just fun childhood stuff. I want to have a nice time. Maybe I should read this after the Eddie Gein book.
Yeah.
It's just a super palate cleanser,
That would be, yeah.
But yeah, I've been looking forward to those. So I want them to make more, so I had to get it.
Right. Let's see. The chat is talking to himself a little bit. They're talking about, okay, Northern Sweden. Carl, hey, how's it going, buddy? Just picked up The Last God due to your review and interview. Thank you. What a gorgeous book. Can't wait to read it. I predict you will love it, Carl. I loved it, and I predict you will love it. I think Kristen will love it, too.
I'll write it down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write
It is
it
a commitment because you do have to read the interstitial lore that he created. He created a world that is amazing, and you have to read between the issues is where the lore is written down, and that adds so much to it and makes it so rich and so convincing and pure that you will believe in this world. You have to read everything in that book. And I'm so glad you picked it up, Carl. I think you're going to really enjoy it. It is such a great book. Just one of the co-leads is Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, who with his counterpart is set to explode as a new major up-and-coming talent. If the trailer is any true indication, I believe we're talking about Licorice Pizza still. Interesting. I was unaware Philip Seymour Hoffman had a son, and it sounds exciting to me. I'm very excited to see that movie when it comes to my house. I'm not going out to see it. I think everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Talking about the Thor movie, Taylor's also stoked for Natalie Portman to be Thor, and Flush feels Kat Dennings is key. I love
She's
Kat
great
Dennings.
too.
Yeah, I love them both. That Motor Grade C is also out of stock. Amazon's selling for over $120, but then she wouldn't have the book if she sold it.
Someone told me to sell it.
No, I think he's just selling. I think he's
Oh,
just
I
telling
see.
you it's out of stock.
Well, that's about
Referring to the trade paperbacks, just takes one or two for the team all the time. That is correct. Oh, Jose fanning the flames. I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're moving back to it can be OmniCat. That can be the next code
That would be cute.
for International Cat Day. But no, I'm not going to start this feud. Forget it. We can have OmniCat be the next code. How about we do that?
I love that.
August 8th. Did you mean October 8th?
I hope so, because I missed it.
Yeah, we both missed it. Okay, good. The next code will be OmniCat.
Awesome.
Good. That we can celebrate it all that way. That says it all in one word. We had another UK Kristen verse floating towards Asgard by year end. I'm with you. Here's a UK viewer. Oh, Ilyana. I think we've seen you before. Hello, guys. Greetings to you both from the UK. I hope you are having a great time. Mwah, mwah. Hello, Ilyana. Good to have you here. This is a chat talking to each other, but I think I'll put it up anyway because it's very complimentary. The thing Crashland's addressing Amaya, but he says the thing I dig most about this stream is that this feels like hanging out with friends. I trust what they say. No shills in here. You can tell they really enjoy sharing their passions with us.
Oh.
I know that was a private back and forth with you and Amaya, Crashline. I apologize if you put it in the chat.
It's
so
public.
Yeah.
It's not quite private yet.
So I'm glad you feel that way. This is a big hangout. This is the longest we've ever hung out.
Yeah. We got to at least get to 3 hours now. Like we have to.
I think so. Yeah.
Very close.
we might as well. And I'll talk about dyingbreedcollectors.com again with you go there and use the code Taylor, not Tyler for 10% off their already discounted books. Dying Breed Collectors, we talked about their packaging and their selection and the fact that he's a good guest. We'll get him on here. Now we have to get him on here because October is going to be the OmniCat code month.
Oh, so exciting.
We'll tie it all together.
Beautiful.
Well,
Andrew's supporting a small business. That's lovely.
Well,
we should want to do that now, right?
That's an important part too.
Now more than ever.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Taylor's goal is to one day be working for them. Good. You can republish the pea baggy hate thing and send it to me with a real book plate in it. Good. That's your goal, Taylor.
Of all the things you need to get reprinted too. That would be great.
Yeah. Did you watch Darkwing Duck after school? Is that where you learned to like him, or Saturday mornings or something?
I was gonna say I think it was like Saturday morning thing for me. Yeah.
Okay. And don't worry about aging yourself, buddy. I saw the Jetsons live at night back in 1964 or whatever, so it's all good. Here's a thought from Gabrielle. I think it's good to open a new book once in a while, even if you are not planning to read it soon. I recently bought one. Oh, and there were torn pages that I wouldn't have known about. That's a good point, and that's what everybody always says about me when I leave my books sealed on the shelf. I consider it a bonus prize if there's something like that, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to take, I don't know. That's just me. I like undoing the wrapping when I'm ready to read them. So I know that's a divisive, as Riley says, opinion, but
No,
That's
I
me.
mean that's not as bad as you not taking the dust jacket off when you read it. That's bad. A straight grab, that's fine. Dust jacket, what are you doing? Like,
Crashland also saw that after school cartoon block. DuckTales also
good.
acceptable.
yeah, love
These
that
sound
too.
really fun. Are you sure Jose isn't Tyler in disguise? Not sure about that, Sasmer. Omniverse or OmniCat or Kristenverse code. I think OmniCat, but I like the fact that there's a Kristenverse.
Yeah, I like it too. People will misspell that though, 100%.
Oh,
You did a
well, it's
great
spelled
push,
properly
so thank
there.
you. Yes, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't even want to go over what they do with my name.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, the advantage of starting earlier. Amazing guest, though. I think he's talking about Dying Breed. Jess, if I get a job at Fantagraphics, I'll get you a proper book plate from Pete Baggy. It'll be goal number 1. Dude, you need to get a job at Fantagraphics. I am now hoping and praying for that. That's where you belong, Fantagraphics. Oh, and this is about Dying Breed collectors. I love how DBC shows pictures of the books and details their condition to the nth degree. Really nice. Oh, here's
really
somebody
point.
with me. You take the dust jacket off. Never thought about it.
Y'all, how do you function like that? Like, how do you think this feels nice and it's slipping out of my hands because the dust jacket is... Like, how do you do that? Like, I don't understand.
That's awesome. Well, you have to take the dust jacket off on Last God because it folds out into this giant map that you do. But I'm with Alexandre. I never even thought about it. I just read the books. Even Omnis, I never thought about taking the dust jacket off.
Don't you want to see the cool art underneath them?
That is true. Marvel,
know.
both Marvel and DC with their
Really
deluxes. Marvel and DC with their deluxes do a great job now of making the hardcover part of it a really interesting drawing. Yeah. If I'm describing that right, I'm probably not. But you take the dust jacket off and it's a great illustration.
DC's done it well too. I'm like pulling out something. Is there anything cool under this? Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Oh, so, Animal Man?
Dust jacket. And there's always cool art under. Yeah, they've been pretty good about it too. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I read Deceased last night and I never took the dust jackets off. I just left them on.
What are you doing with your life?
Oh, Max, interesting. Zdarsky throws the dust jacket away after buying the Omni. Let's all be more like Zdarsky.
I think he just said that to cause chaos. I don't know that he actually does that. Because that's some chaotic behavior. I can't get behind.
Yeah, that is kind of chaotic. The recent Hellblazer HC had beautiful art underneath the dust jacket. Oh, maybe that's why I didn't take the dust jacket off. Oh, yeah, it doesn't have dust jackets.
You're over here lying to me.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. What's it here? Let me find a Harley has a dust jacket that I'll probably not take off. Let's see what the art looks like under it.
Oh, you're opening it and everything.
Oh, yeah, it's already open.
Oh, it's okay. I thought you were
like... Yeah, I opened it as soon as I got it so I could look through it.
Yeah, keep that off.
I don't even remember if it was sealed. It may not have been sealed. It's a black label book. Come on, just come off.
Anything?
Oh, I'm looking at Katana Collins' picture in the book with Sean Murphy. Sorry, she's cute. I mean, sorry. This is
cool.
This is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I've already taken the dust jacket off. Okay, Simeon, I don't fret about the condition of the book. I just read it and whatever.
I I just think as a comfortable reading behavior.
Oh,
Like, why do you even,
I'm with you. Yeah, no, I agree that once you
nice.
pointed it out, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you on it. I just forget a lot. And I forget even if it has a dust jacket, as Aiku pointed out. I take the dust jacket off, says Crashline, and place it in the spot where my book should be. Keeps the shelves looking complete even when I'm not reading the books.
Yeah. It's the best way to do it.
That is. Max says, I got ASM by JMS Volume 2 for $35. We get a tear in the dust jacket. I couldn't care less. LOL.
That's the way to do it, man. That's a great price.
Harleen HC was beautiful too. That was beautiful. Chip is a chaos lord. I think the first dust jackets I had to take off was the Timothy Zahn Star Wars trilogy hardcovers. You could get jammed up by those darn dust covers and they get easily damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, no art under those dust jackets. Jess, amongst Hellblazer Omni by Garth Ennis and a Hellblazer 25th anniversary, if Hellblazer 25th anniversary is a collection of stories, I would go with the Garth Ennis one because it's all one story by Garth Ennis, and I think it would be a must. I think that's a much better buy. And you've been asking me about this Hellblazer by Garth Ennis for like 3 months now, Amaya. It's time to pull the trigger. Get the Hellblazer Omni by Garth Ennis. Peace and love, but I'm not answering any more questions about Hellblazer Omni by Garth Ennis. You must buy it. You're asking me for 3 months now. Buy it. Peace and love. There it is. Here's a question for you.
Oh, it's an awesome manga you've read recently. I actually have it right near me. Boys Run the Riot is so good. This is about a trans guy in school starting a fashion label with another dude. And that sounds like it shouldn't be interesting, the fashion label part. It's so good. It's so good.
It sounds
so
interesting
unique.
to me, and I don't even like manga.
Yeah, it's so well done. I loved everything about it. So yeah, Boys Run the Riot, there are only 2 out right now, so you can get in while the series is still going. I loved it.
Does it address anything about how hard it is to be a trans teen in high school, or is it not hard?
Oh yeah, it's hard. Yeah,
I can only imagine.
Yeah. They go into it. I love this cover too because if you look closely at it, the main character here has their school uniform, which has a skirt, and then how they actually want to dress.
Oh, okay.
This is a guy that like comes into the class and he looks real rough, and you think he's gonna like kind of have a problem with our main character here, but instead they form this really great friendship. And he's like, start a fashion brand with me. You like fashion? Let's do this. And it's so good. It's just so good.
I wish it wasn't backwards. That sounds interesting. Fashion label. That actually sounds really interesting to me.
It's really good.
Okay, more love for Garth Ennis, Hellblazer. Hellblazer by Ennis has been on sale a lot lately. Oh, good. Last God. You will love it. I am not even thinking that you won't, but you will. You will love it. Perhaps it'd be cool to do a top 10 superheroes-related quirky vibes list from this chat next year. Sadly, Yuffie 721, it did. It got only 12 issues, which there's a candidate for That Sucks. That was the best Constantine in years. And I'm talking about like after Hellblazer 300, we got nothing. He was good in Justice League Dark. Otherwise, everything else has been a crap fest. And Cy Spurrier nailed his character, got canceled after 12 issues. That blows. That sucks. After this, I need to write down all the candidates for our That Sucks episodes.
I do too, because I feel like I'm going to forget.
Yeah. Yes, Jess, I'll get it now. It's on discount. Vroom! Good for you, Amaya. Awesome. I want The Last God, but I have these rules about my collection. Only Only deluxe or larger? Dude, you need to bend your rules to get The Last God. I really think that's keeping you from reading good things. I understand that you want to keep it to oversize. I totally get that, but you're missing great reading. It could be years from now before that comes out in deluxe, or it may never come out in deluxe. I think he's happy that it just got published because he only had a few little things before this that were published, and this thing is a big bestseller. Could it get republished in a larger size? Possibly. You're doing yourself a disservice. I say this with peace and love because I love you, Crashline. You appear on every show I ever do. So I say this with peace and love. You really need to get Last God, even though it's just a standard, because you're doing yourself a disservice by not getting it. No, it's standard size, Simeon. Sorry about that. After that, Philip Kennedy Johnson interview. I'm checking out all of his stuff. Yeah, he has a lot of interesting stuff. Jess, have you read Hellblazer Pandemonium or about Jamie Delano and Jock? I do have it. Am safekeeping to read nearing Halloween. Good. I liked it a lot. It was years ago that I read it, but it's still in my collection. I remember totally digging it. Jamie Delano gets some grief for his Hellblazer stuff. I'm not one of those guys. I liked Hellblazer issue 1 through issue 300. It all was interesting to me because it was all so different, and Constantine was such an interesting character. I highly recommend you read him in Deceased. It's a Tom Taylor knows John Constantine and writes him so well in Deceased, and he writes Harley and Ivy so well that I am going to start petitioning him to write a Harley and Ivy book. Their relationship in Deceased, there's not a lot of it, but what I see is hilarious and fun and perfect. They're perfect for each other in this book, and he needs to write Harley and Ivy. He needs to write a Harley and Ivy book. Tom Taylor, totally. This should be the blurb on the book when it gets a deluxe. Well, I stand by it that you need to read it now. It's a brilliant book. I really think it's brilliant. It's got an oversized dust jacket. You can fold it out. That makes it qualify. Good. That will make that the last word for right now. Vigilante Danny. Yeah, I'm sorry. The awesome run. It's only 2 thin trades. That is terrible. Yeah, you did bend your rules for Too Cool, and I was right.
Hey.
Sword and sorcery settings. What is he yelling at you?
Yeah.
What are you? Have we run over time?
Yeah, do I need to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell your friend Jess it's time to go home.
Can't I stay for dinner?
He wants to stay for dinner.
We're
I'll
not
call my
eating
mom.
dinner.
I'll call my
He said
mom.
we're not
She
eating
says it's
dinner.
okay.
Why are we eating dinner?
Because you're in trouble now. Jess with no supper.
No supper.
You stay
We're
up
having
too
fun.
late watching the Squid Show.
But we're having fun.
It's a good one.
It's
Thank
not
you.
dark outside yet. Okay, Crashline. You're going to have to get it. Peace and love. Peace and love. You're getting it. Good. I feel good about that.
I will lastly address Jose, who's asking me what I think of Tom King. Have read any of his non-Batman titles. Only Wolverine, which happens to be on my floor over here because I haven't opened it yet. But I've read the whole thing. I just have not opened this particular
Wait, that's
thing.
by Tom Taylor.
That's not all that's on the floor.
I misread that. Don't
Okay.
don't do that to me.
Sorry.
Did you? I quickly read it. I was like, oh, it's near me. No, he's just a Tom. No, I don't know that I've read any Tom King.
You haven't read Vision?
Oh yeah, I've read Vision. That's it. That's the one. I loved it. Yeah.
You loved it.
That's the one.
And
Yeah.
Miracle
Okay.
Man. Didn't he do Miracle Man?
Did he do Miracle Man?
With
Is
Nick
that,
Strauss?
Yeah.
is that right?
Miracle Man,
Reed
yeah.
thrown it. He's like,
Mr.
You read
Miracle
Man?
Miracle.
Yes.
Mr. Miracle. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I was just that's
That's my hot take. Didn't like it. Everybody else loved it. Didn't like it. Had problems with it. Had a lot of problems with it.
You
just
didn't
threw it
like
out my
Mr.
bad.
Miracle?
No.
Okay.
No, I got issues.
You got it.
I can tell you all about my issues with it.
Okay.
Click omnibus, not issues.
He's not being very punk rock. Floor shaming. There's some floor shaming going on.
Yeah, I do have some stuff on the floor. It's true. Hey, hand me that rug, will you? You want to see this rug I got? This stream, I don't know what it is anymore.
This is
Not
the only thing
either.
that's supposed to be on the floor.
Yeah, this is on the floor.
And it can't fit yet.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
They can
Oh,
hear
it's
me every
nice.
time.
Let's see, where?
Here.
How does it? It's very big. Is that it?
It's the other
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, you got it back.
Oh, this is it. Okay. Can you see this?
Oh,
No, they're
yeah.
not gonna
Oh.
see this.
Oh.
Isn't that cute?
It's totally cute.
Yeah, I have nowhere to put it yet. I'm like, I gotta move some stuff.
You got to move
No, it's
some
a shawl.
books.
Yeah, that are on the floor. Yeah.
It's a shawl.
Oh. Okay, it smells weird. Don't do that.
Smells
It smells weird.
What's a rug?
Too much interacting. Oh, this is a brilliant. That's a brilliant Big Lebowski remark. Rug really ties the room together. Oh, here's a good time to say,
Oh.
what's up
What's
with
up with that sad
religion?
religion book?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
We have the author in the room.
Yeah, he's staring at me now. You want to pitch your book, Reed?
No, that's my face. I have to say that now because there's been multiple times where people have come and seen me somewhere and they've been like, "Did you make that book?" And I'm like, that's me.
He was somewhere selling his books last night, and they were like, so what's the deal with these books?
Like, who made them?
What's
Wait a
going
minute.
on
I'm
with
like,
these
I'm right here. It's like,
books? I'm like, that looks like him.
that's me, right?
Get your head over here. There you go.
That's me.
That's him.
That's me. I have a haircut, but that's still me.
Yeah.
You want to pitch this? Or
No,
what?
you go ahead.
You're right here.
They like your opinions more than mine.
All right, I think it's good. No.
Put that on the back.
Reed writes, this particular book is about his life and moments that happen in his life. Now he's just laughing. They're nonfiction stories, and they're
Essays.
really good. What?
Essays.
Essays.
I call them nonfiction comic essays. It's Charlie Brown meets David Sedaris.
Oh, okay.
That's the elevator
That's his
pitch.
That's his pitch. So yeah, that's the reason. What is it? Store Envy? Well, I always get it wrong.
Rechancellor.storeenvy.com.
Yeah, that's where you can get this. It
I
is
will
nice
put
and
I will put that in the
oversized.
description.
This particular one is oversized, and of course you got.
It says poop.
So that's Reed.
Crashline, I will put it in the description where you can order it from.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh,
I'm a
they're
huge Bad Religion fan. So am I. It caught my eye last week. Yeah, I love Bad Religion.
Bad Religion fan asking about.
What?
Someone's a huge Bad Religion fan.
Oh, me.
I am too,
Epitaph
Tom.
Records. I don't know what else to say.
I love it that the stream is out of control and
Yeah, I don't know what Tom I'm talking about anymore. It's
somebody said that
can't handle
it's
it.
a rug shawl only in the Kristen verse.
It's all right, thank you.
You've got
Thank you for
rug
that.
shawls now. Okay, yeah, I will post how to get. Reed has several books and they're all great, and you can get them on his website. So I will post how to get to Reed's website and to order the books. You're supporting a independent publisher, independent author, and artist, and not only that, but they're good. So, and I'm saying that not because Kristen's here. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't talk about it. I would
That's
just
right.
say that's Reed. But
That's right.
I would just say, yeah,
I
Reed
100% believe that.
Reed does books, but they're really good. I love the fun art, and Hardcore Anxiety. I loved that book about his time as a thrash punk drummer or whatever, and his depression and everything. Reed just pours his heart out into these pages, and you need to read them because they're really good. And I will post that in the description how to order them. And yes, support independent publishing creators. Peace and love.
Yes. Thank you for that.
Yes. Well, I thank you. We're just having fun now at this point, but except Kristen has to go home, or I have to go home or something.
He keeps talking to me, and I'm like, I cannot hear you. And he can't hear what you're saying. Your lovely pitch. So.
Oh my gosh! I just totally poured everything out to him, and
I know.
Tell him to play back this part. It was like 3:17.
Okay, I'll definitely do that.
Is it 3 o'clock? It's almost 3:30.
You were like, why is Reed upset about this?
My wife's
like,
out with her sister. She doesn't care what I'm doing. I didn't know that you had things to do.
Yeah, in a bit I do. So
okay.
I should probably go. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, because I can't keep track of my toms now because it's been a bit. I'm just like.
Is it available on Amazon at all for Amaya? That may be the only way he can get it.
Yeah, let me check. I think there was a distributor who put some on there. Reed doesn't get that money directly, but yeah, if you type in Reed Chancellor on Amazon, at least Amazon US, so I'm not sure. Try it wherever you are.
Try Sad Religion on Amazon for you, Amaya, and see what comes up.
Type in his name because Sad Religion won't be on there. He literally prints those himself. But Rock and Roll Terrorist, his G.G. Allen book, and Hardcore
that was
Anxiety.
Great.
They're both on there because they're from Microcosm Publishing. But Sad Religion and Diabetes is for Lovers, he prints those himself. So you're not going to find those anywhere else. Yeah. But he does ship internationally. You may want to just check the rates.
Oh, okay. Amaya, he does ship internationally. So, again, go to his website, which I will put in the stream. I'll put it in the description box after this stream. And let me take a moment to say, Kristen, I'll need a picture of all your books for the thumbnail, please.
You got it.
Or maybe I should just have Reed take a picture of your shirt because it's so awesome.
Could do that.
We could just have pictures of our shirts.
Yeah. So for the person who always asks about our shirts,
right here they are, dude. Okay. Let's see. Wholesome quirkiness is the name of the game in OmniDog and in Kristenverse. I love the Kristenverse.
Love it. Thank you.
Can you mention the name, Jess? It's Sad Religion by Reed Chancellor.
Yeah, the ones that maybe on Amazon will be Rock and Roll Terrorist, which is a G.G. Allen book, and Hardcore Anxiety. And Reed Chancellor is his name. So try that on Amazon. But he does, again, ship internationally. So I don't know about the rates there.
Yeah, and I'll spell his name in the chat. I'm sorry, in the description.
People were talking about hating G.G. Allen. I think everyone hates G.G. Allen.
Oh, yeah, that was a brutal book.
That's the point. Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Jose celebrating the Kristenverse.
Can market a strategy in the future. I love that. Love it. It's my new favorite.
Okay, so I'll just go with one more set of books. You're already done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with. I really, really, really want to read Batman and Robin Eternal 2 books. I don't think they're hard to find. James Tinian and Scott Snyder did both, or Tynan, however he's really pronouncing his name. Batman and Robin Eternal. I liked Batman Eternal. I loved Batman and Robin Eternal. This is back in floppies during the New 52 days. I remember loving these in floppies. I remember liking Batman Eternal in floppies. It was still Scott Snyder Batman, so it was still cool with me. But I really dug this, and so I don't think these are hard to find. So I will be putting. I think everything that I have suggested is readily available because they're fairly recent. So Kristen has to go home for dinner, wash her hands, and clean up the toys on the floor.
Yeah, should get the books off the floor.
Yeah, well, yeah. I have floor problems too. I definitely have floor filing going on in my universe.
Me too. I'm like, this stack makes sense. Doesn't.
Absolutely, yeah.
No.
No. So thanks for sharing your rug with us.
That's my thing on the floor that made sense on the floor. That's all I got.
So remember, dyingbreedcollectors.com. You have 5 more days to get 10% off everything in the store that it's already even discounted with the code Taylor, not Tyler. That's 10% off everything. And I actually wish we could go longer. Vigilante Donnie. Wash behind your ears. We all, no matter where we grew up, I think that we all got called home for dinner. Yeah. Stop playing. Time to get serious. Do your homework or watch TV, whatever, after dinner.
The good old days, right?
Yeah, that gives me a kind of a warm feeling that we all share that, no matter where we're from. So Kristen, also known as OmniCat, also known as the Kristenverse. Where can we find you on social media?
Also known as the Comic Slayer on social media. At the Comic Slayer on Instagram. You can see pictures of my cats and books. Because what more can you want, really? Also,
Nothing
on the
more.
Omnibus Collectors Network, I have a show with Maddie, Fangirls Assemble, where that schedule's all messed up right now because of my work. So I believe we're doing one Tuesday night at some point. You can follow us on Twitter if you want, at Fangirls with a Z live. We update you on our times there. So if you're interested in that.
I'm lucky I got you for 3.5 hours because of your work schedule.
Yeah, it's a unique day. So
yeah, and it actually really worked out for the international viewers.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I'm pleased with this. I'm glad. Yeah, exactly, Crashline. Streetlights are on. Gotta get home.
Yeah.
Thank you both for Marathon Chat, and hit that like button. Thank you. Yeah, remember to hit the like button. Feel free to leave a comment. You can subscribe, hit the like button, etc. We respond to questions all the time. You can find me on Instagram, OmniDogs_vault on Instagram. I just finished the most awesome Superman puzzle, and my latest Instagram post is placing the last piece.
It's a good one. I saw that.
Thank you.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it was incredibly satisfying. I loved doing that with my wife. It was a great experience. We're going to do it again. So yeah, blah, 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 IG, and everything we talked about is going to be in the description eventually within the next hour or so, hopefully. So thank you to everyone, especially everyone in the chat, everybody watching online, lurkers, chatters, people watching afterwards. Thank you to dyingbreedcollectors.com for being our sponsor. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Everything was positive as possible, which I love.
There was a questionable bank situation, but hopefully that all got
questionable
resolved.
what?
Bank situation.
Oh yeah, there was.
Other than that, though, yeah, you all were great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there was. I forgot about that. That was a bit odd. I hope that guy resolved everything peacefully.
Next time we'll find out what happened there. We just have to drag it out for a minute so we can hit 3:30.
Okay. Yeah. Instagram for me, and the bank robber was here. We had a feud that tried to get started.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't touch that.
Shots were fired. You guys are my favorite duo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vigilant. Oh, wait. The El Gelante. Or he even has a... What's his...
Maybe he accidentally capitalized an I.
Oh, yeah. It looks like
I don't
Vigilante Entertainment Group.
That's a cool avatar.
Yeah, it is. Play the song. Gosh darn it.
All right.
Go back to the big...
Great thing to leave it on. Time to read now. Peace and love. Perfect. Go read some books. Tell us what you read next time.
Exactly. Peace and love. Peace and love. We love you all. Thank you so much for joining us. This was a blast.